Hello, and welcome to the 120th episode of the Destiny Community Podcast. This week, are we talking about Anthem this week, or is that next week?
Next week.
That's next week.
Okay, so next week will be
the final episode of the Destiny Community Podcast.
The Anthem Community Podcast.
It's not the final episode.
Next week. Proud to announce the Anthem Community Podcast starting a week from tonight.
I'm not going to be on that one. Yeah, you guys are free to do that. Anyway,
followed by the Division 2 Community Podcast.
Yeah.
Which is going to be nice because then we can go back to DCP.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're right. How about Sekiro?
I was hoping we could be the Resident Evil Community Podcast.
That'd be nice. And then dovetail that into Sekiro Community Podcast.
Definitely going to be that podcast.
RCP, we could call it. And that sounds like Raccoon City Police.
This is cosmic, man. Wow.
Yeah, man. I'm loving it.
So, yeah, this week we have PureChill on.
Hey, what's
Hi.
up, man? Hey, how are you doing today,
Welcome.
Briar? Hope you guys are doing well.
How
Thanks
you
for having
doing?
me on the show. I'm doing great, man. I'm doing fantastic.
Great to have you on, man.
Yeah, great to be on the show, dude. Been watching this for a while.
All right. PureChill, we haven't had you on before, have we?
No, this is the first time I've been on.
Very first time. Introduce yourself a little bit. We know your name's PureChill, but what do you do?
Okay, so what are you saying? What I do mainly on Twitch, or
Yeah, we'll go with
what do I
that.
do for content creation?
Yeah.
For content creation, I mainly stream on Twitch at PureChill.
Yeah.
I do upload on YouTube very now and then. I'm just my main focus right now is Twitch. I play Destiny every day right now currently. Just
You on
mainly
PC
doing
or PC or console?
right now I'm on console and PC.
Uh-huh.
With the controller right now, I'm trying to transition more into mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
But right now I'm enjoying PC a little bit more right now, but mainly console, and my main content is comp. Just strictly comp.
Oof.
Did you get a PC just to play Destiny 2, or were you a PC gamer before, or mainly a console gamer?
PC just for Destiny 2. 100% just for
Nice.
Destiny 2.
Nice.
How has that transition been going for you? You said that you're mostly playing on a controller still.
Yeah, correct. It's really enjoyable actually. The PC community is really new to me, and meeting gamers from Xbox, PS4, all on the same platform is really cool actually. I get to game with people that I wouldn't have gamed with a year ago in Destiny 1. It was really nice. Also, you get to play two different metas as well, so that's what I really enjoy the most is PvP, and the fact that I can play two different metas and still enjoy the game that's what I'm looking for. You know what I'm
The
saying?
two different metas between the console and the
Oh,
PC.
100%. Even with the controller.
What are the
So,
biggest differences?
Yeah, what are the differences?
Biggest differences. All right, let's talk about the main difference. The main difference is the strongest subclass. So on PC, it's run by One-Eyed Mask and Macro Titans.
I was about to
That's
say.
the real deal on PC. Also on PC, you see a lot more Spectral Blades right now prior to the nerf, and they are really strong. You cannot take out a Spectral. I think the best thing you can do when a Spectral is popped on PC is run away or have a counter super for that, because you don't deal with that on console. On console, it's more of a variety. On console, you see more hunters, you see more, as in like when I mean hunters, I mean you see more 3 subclasses, not just mainly Spectral. You see Blade Barrage, you see Middle Tree Arc, you see everything. Also with console, you don't see as much Titans and Titan skating as well, because of the frames and FOV. FOV, yeah. So
How about Warlocks?
Is One-Eyed Mask still kind of a problem on console, or is it still powerful?
One-Eyed Mask is actually really strong on console still, but the fact that you cannot Titan skate really makes you not want to play the subclass, right? Because when you're playing on PC, even with the One-Eyed Mask, that macro or even scroll wheel is really, really fast actually.
You can close the gap so easily with the shotgun or something.
You can. The skill gap is it's a completely different story actually when you compare the two.
Okay, so you basically just do comp. That's it.
Basically, yeah, I do comp. I do a little bit of quick play at the right now. I mean, obviously, I was doing a lot more trials prior to them taking it away. So I mean, I'm not really forced to, but I enjoy playing quick play, and I enjoy playing comp with my buddies because that's what we do mainly.
Do you? So you're generally doing comp with like a full fire team, right? You're not one of those crazy people that goes into solo.
No. So, I mean, I have a buddy of mine who does solo comp a little bit just for his own entertainment, and that's not yeah, he does it for a lot.
Is this penance?
Yeah.
Penance for something? So you're doing comp on both platforms then, like
right? Yeah.
Are you enjoying both doing comp on there?
You know what? Actually, I was enjoying both a lot, but right now the matchmaking is just really like they reverted the matchmaking back to like season 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking, so it's really really slow right now. And
a Warmind season where it was like based on number rank, yeah.
So basically, if I go to PC, it's gonna take me like 30 minutes to find a match, or at least 25 minutes. It's really bad. Yeah, which when you're trying to stream, you're like, you might as well pop open a YouTube video. But on console, it's not so bad. The problem about console is since they changed the matchmaking, you're only matching the same certain teams, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So it gets pretty repetitive. But I do notice on console that you'll have way closer games, like the score will be way closer. And compared to PC, where either it's like a blowout or you win by a large margin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it definitely is a difference when you do play the game. But the matchmaking, you can tell the difference immediately prior to like a week ago.
And do you find like if you're going up against, say, 4 Titans with One Eye Mask on PC, then it's like, well, okay. Like
I actually dealt with that situation, and it's not as bad as you think it is. But if it's countdown, it's going to be a little tough because it's elimination, right? So if you get taken out right away by the One-Eyed Mask, that player as well he took you out, and as well has overshield. So it's really hard to kill that player. On top of you're down for the count. It's a 3v4, so it makes it even more harder on PC with the One-Eyed Mask. On console, you'll see more of like a hunter mains. You'll see more of like middle tree arc. You'll see more of just a hunter subclass in particular compared to PC.
Interesting.
But they're both beatable, obviously. With the solid team, you can definitely win. But it's definitely more of a task on PC to take out the One-Eyed Mask compared to console hunters for sure.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Yeah. Same game, different metas.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't done a lot of comp this season. I did a lot last season just because going for Luna's Not Forgotten. That was really good. Now everyone has Luna's or Not Forgotten, and I'm like, okay, this is a little more difficult now to get through that.
Well, I mean, the thing about like the main difference between console and PC too is the aim assist, right? So on PC, you don't really need the Not Forgotten, right? It's the pinnacle reward. You don't really need to go for it because Ace is so strong, right? Ace can compete. But on console, you kind of need the Not Forgotten. That gun reigns supreme. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't kind of have, I'm thinking it's because of the aim assist. I'm really confident it's because of the aim assist. But that's a good question. I don't know why the Not Forgotten is so much stronger on console compared to PC. Because when I play PC with the controller, it's really good. But mouse and keyboard, Not Forgotten, I'm thinking, it might be a little bit different story. It might be a better choice to choose the Ace.
When you add in aim assist with 180 hand cannons in particular,
there you go.
Like the aim assist from a controller, not the aim assist from, just basic aim assist that you can get from mouse and keyboard. It really takes that class into the kind of the next level, and with like fairly easy to control recoil, high aim assist, you can just chain those headshots so well with that archetype of weapon.
Does Ace of Spades
makes a lot of sense. I hear a lot about the 180 RPM hand cannons, but then when I go to use one on a PC, I'm like, this is not exciting.
It's not that good. Like
does Ace of Spades kick really hard on console?
Yes.
It has a weird recoil. It's like a really uncomfortable recoil.
It was like that in D1.
It just doesn't feel consistent.
Interesting. Field of view makes such a huge difference on that stuff.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ace is like a monster weapon on PC. Actually, it's really good. It's the go-to gun to.
Does it feel that way with controller too?
Yeah, it definitely does. Like I said, when I do plug in the controller, I still think that Not Forgotten is the way to go. But yeah, PC Ace of Spades is really nice. It's definitely that feel that you want. I also totally forgot, what is Ace? Is it a 140 archetype?
It's 140.
Yeah.
140. That type of RPM, man. People would go crazy if that was the meta for both platforms, man. That 140 is actually the sweet spot. I really like 140s.
I think 140s have felt like the sweet spot for the entirety of the Destiny franchise for the most part.
100%.
Wants to use those.
Yeah, it's true. It feels like a hand cannon, right? You know, like using Luna Not Forgotten is cool, but then you kind of miss that hand cannon feel because you don't have that hand cannon feel from those guns.
Have you guys checked out the Midnight Coup?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
No.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, the Midnight Coup is 115. It's pretty nice, guys.
No,
I kind of refuse to use that just because I see every other person under the sun using it.
I stopped using it.
Oh,
it is a very popular gun.
I did.
It's very popular for PvE, obviously.
I retired it.
Everybody.
My first one hit 33,333 kills, and I vaulted that baby. Went over to my other Midnight Coup, that authentic, by the way, not purchased or reprinted. None of that garbage. It's like a legit Midnight Coup. Yeah, but like after Forsaken, I used it so much in year one that I don't like using guns that I've already used so much so in year one, and when there's options in year two.
They had a lot of good weapons in Forsaken, actually, in my opinion. Forsaken had a bunch of weapons that I was actually really looking forward to grind.
Yeah.
Such as the Dust Rock, obviously Not Forgotten. I didn't really know too much about the Lunas too much, and then, Not Forgotten. So once I found out this was the pinnacle reward and how good it was on console, I was like, wow, this is going to make other people want to grind comp. This is going to make other people actually want to play the playlist,
Oh,
compared to before.
Yeah, actually, I was going to say, since you obviously have a lot of experience with comp on both sides, like how does the populations feel? Do they feel similar, different? Like, if you jump in, I know you mentioned that like it takes 30 minutes right now for a queue, but even before that, like, was the overall tone of the population different? I don't know if you can pick up on that or not, but
for PC or console?
For both, from like, the two differences. So how comp feels on both of them in terms of a population.
Population on console prior to the update was really good, actually. You'd match solos sometimes, you'd match new teams. It was really nice. Console was good. PC was kind of like still slow. You'd match the same teams. If a team in particular didn't want to match you, it'd be kind of like a slow night, you know what I'm saying? So PC in particular has always been slow on matchmaking, in my opinion, even prior to this patch. I don't know why, but I just feel like there's just less teams playing on PC for comp, or they just don't want to match certain teams, or they just don't want to play comp in particular on PC compared to console. Because console, there's a thriving community for comp, like for sure. There's new players. There's definitely a big difference between the two matchmaking. Actually, even now, there's a big difference.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, do you think like the rewards available might have something to do with that? Because like we went from having, Luna's Not Forgotten to Mountaintop, and even though you can still like get those, it's like the main pool seemed to be kind of pushed towards like the grenade launcher this season, which is like, some people just aren't feeling it,
I agree with that 100%, because it's like, if you're not really feeling the gun as is, and plus you can do some of the quests in quick play, right? So like it doesn't really give me a reason to play comp after 2100. Also,
for sure.
Yeah, it's a grenade launcher. It's not really going to get too many people, interest sparked. I do think they nailed it with the Not Forgotten, but we need another reward weapon besides the Not Forgotten, right? Because like, you don't want to go to 2100 and say, all right, I'm done with this playlist, and I'm going to go to quick play and finish my quest.
I mean, that's basically what I'm kind of in the boat for. Like I got to the point where I had to get the Triumph, and now I'm like, I'll work on it whenever I feel like it, and then I'll go back into comp. So there's one thing I want to ask you. Like, how did you get started doing the whole streaming content creation thing?
All right. So basically, I started playing launch of D1, right? I enjoyed Destiny from the start. I came from Halo, which is another Bungie game. And basically, within the launch of D1, I was pretty, into the game. I could tell for sure I really enjoyed the game. And what was it? It was towards prior to Taken King. I got into Primal, right? This is it was a content creation clan, and all those guys do their own thing. And they really gave me the push. They were saying, you need to start, streaming. You need to become a content creator. And I didn't want to take it serious at first, obviously, because, me just being a gamer, I'm just playing the game, enjoying it, spending my days just playing, hours. And they said, they really gave me the deciding factor. They convinced me one day and they said, hey, just do it, see how it goes. And I really enjoyed it, actually. So basically what happened is I would stream every day as soon as I got that incentive. And I'd stream 3v3s. I would just do kind of like basically 3v3s every day. And I enjoyed that a lot. And I think I kind of got better as a player doing those 3v3s in D1. And I basically kind of strayed towards trials. And I really enjoyed trials. I saw a lot of my friends playing trials as well. It was something to do on the weekend, and that really helped my channel grow. I think I got partnered around that time too. So you fast forward, and then they take away trials, right? So trials was taken away in Forsaken, I think. That's when they finally took it out. I know they took it out year 3 as well, D1. So once they took that out, I was already playing comp when it was Graviton meta. So like it was like March of 2018. I was doing trials and comp, and that's what I was enjoying mainly. That was my main focus, was trials and comp. Trials on the weekends, comp on the weekdays with my buddies. And I knew they took away trials, so I was like, all right, I'm going to focus mainly on comp. And I guess that helped my channel grow as well, because there wasn't many comp streamers on console. And what ended up happening was the Not Forgotten and the Luna's Howl came out. Both those guns came out, and I got more. I wouldn't say popularity, but I got more new viewers due to that, because of people wanting to know what you need to do to get to comp legend, or have a solid team, and how things worked out. Because prior to Forsaken, I wouldn't say I wasn't enjoying Destiny 2, but it was kind of at a point where I was thinking of I didn't know what to stream beside it was basically comp with no rewards, and then once they gave us rewards, I was like, all right, there you go. Basically,
carrots are good, right?
And
you got it.
Yeah, it worked out. I mean, they added the Unbroken seal as well, right?
Right.
So they definitely wanted to show more focus on comp. And it really worked out, honestly. I enjoy Destiny still playing every day. Playing comp even now every day is pretty enjoyable to me.
I'm genuinely surprised that you play comp every single
It's impressive,
day.
man.
Yeah.
Out of enjoyment.
Yeah.
Out of enjoyment. I'm like,
it's impressive. And you've
What
been playing
is it about
Destiny.
comp that you like so much?
I just like close games, man. I like being challenged. That factor where you're like, all right, I'm gonna learn from this experience, win or loss. It's more of a learning thing for me. If I lose, it's not I'll just learn from that mistake. But when it's like close games and you're winning, that adrenaline and that hype, that's what I love.
You like the competition of it.
I love the competition, correct. And I like gaming with my buddies, because we all I say most of the people I play with are really, top tier or really good players. And when we get close games, we all have that experience of, this was a good game. Let's do it again, tomorrow, next week, for example. I just play with new people too.
It's awesome.
Also, I have a clanmate also who plays comp every day as well too.
Okay, so
that helps quite
a bit. You got
kind
kind
of
support to be able to play it. So yeah, I guess a lot of the reason I think most people don't go into comp is that there's a lot of people that they live there, and then they have that full squad that they're basically always with. So you're just there to I'm just there to hopefully rank up, and they're there as a learning experience, and also to just give you a learning experience, so to speak. And yeah, some people just aren't up for that, I guess.
Right. I mean, I also think that they didn't have comp in D1, right? So them adding comp is obviously something new too. So it's definitely something that I'm not used to, obviously, and a lot of people aren't used to as well. A ranking system, going to legend, a quest on top of that. fairly everything's completely new, obviously. So I think everything has been implemented pretty well. And new, basically, what I'm saying. Everything's fresh.
Right.
Everything's fresh still. Right now, everything.
So when you feel like carrying me to 5,500, because I need that unbroken seal.
Huh? That unbroken. You need 3 seasons though, Holtzman.
I know. I got one. Got one.
Got one.
Yeah.
You need 2 more. I mean, we could go for this. He's not going to get it this season. We could definitely game, man. But
would you say it's like too late at this point if you're going to try to climb on PC?
You know what? Actually, that's a good question because let's say you were trying to game with me, right? I'm already 5,500 on PC.
I'm honestly used to that.
No, that's not the problem. It's the matchmaking, right? Yeah. So like, it's going to be it's going to take a long time to find matches.
You're against the numbers essentially.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
If you can get as low as I mean, obviously when you get to 2K, 3K, right, it'd be easier. But if you start off fresh, like a fresh account, fresh this season, it's going to definitely take you a long time just because of the matchmaking, not because we're losing games, right? Because of the matchmaking on PC. Console maybe a little bit different. Console's a little bit different. You can find matches, actually.
Interesting. So would you say their changes for matchmaking would you prefer it to be the other way?
Oh, 100%, 100%. But, I think they took a step in the right direction. Obviously, it wasn't a bad thing, They wanted to implement something so it'd be a little bit more fair for, each party, even if you're a lower rank and a higher rank. But I don't think it was. I think it was implemented well. It just didn't turn out, unfortunately. It was a good idea, but due to the
I agree with you there. It's like a change that was done with the best of intentions, but unfortunately, it's just like the main problem is just the user base isn't as large enough to support that type of a change. And I wish it could be a really healthy population because I would much prefer it this way because it felt really good to win like 26 consecutive games in comp and go from like 2.1k to 4.6k in a single night. That felt great. Also, that was on the back of just killing a bunch of level 7s that were doing their comp quests for the first time. It didn't feel that good. I mean, it felt great, but
actually, it was actually really fun.
It was actually really great. Could I only have that experience, please? I would like that from comp.
If you play solo and go up against a stack of low-level people that are new to the game, there you go. I'll balance it out. That would be really fun.
That's balance.
Yeah, that's the matchmaking we need.
PureChill,
one more question though. Okay, one more question. You said you played Halo, right?
Yeah.
What's your stance on armor lock? Are you pro or against armor locking?
Are you talking about lock loadouts?
No, I'm talking about
armor lock.
Talking about on.
I only played Halo 3.
Okay, never mind. So you don't know about it. That's fine.
Yeah, I only play Halo 3.
Consider yourself, you dodged a bullet. All right.
I'm gonna say he's against it because he doesn't play it.
Yeah, he doesn't play it. He's against it. He's against armor locking. That's great. I'm happy about
Aren't most people? Yeah.
I think most
there is some edge cases out there that are surprising.
It's Pope that likes it, isn't it?
No, Pope hates it. Pope hates it.
Does he? Okay.
Look, I've heard some conversations where that man hates it.
I've been hearing a lot about the Master Chief collection and how that's gotten significantly better just recently.
Come on, man. This Master Chief, it won't be the same.
I'm serious.
I played the Master Chief.
They just patched it again, like very recently. They've been supporting that game for like 2 years now.
When I tapped into it, there wasn't like a ranking system, and that's what really made me want to play Halo 3 was a ranking system. So it's just kind of like, you're just kind of playing random people. So I didn't really enjoy the Master Chief collection. I don't know.
Interesting.
Kind of felt like they just threw it on together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know if they added a ranking system, but might be worth booting. I'm planning on booting it up again because I haven't touched it since it released.
I'm waiting for it to even inevitably get like ported over to PC.
That seems very likely, right? Like it seems like that's been a whisper in the air for so long.
But Halo Infinite, that's what it's called, right? Infinite?
Yeah. The next one.
I feel like that's obviously going to be on PC, right? Because they're doing Xbox and PC.
Yeah, I mean that's the speculation, right? Is that confirmed or is that just
maybe? No, I don't think it's confirmed, but with what Xbox has been doing, it seems all but confirmed essentially that there's going to be an Xbox and a PC version of it.
Well, it'd be cool if when they did the PC version of Halo Infinite, they just released the Master Chief Collection.
Yeah.
Like alongside it, or maybe like a couple months early to build hype.
And Reach as well. Like, that'd be nice.
Play through all the Halo campaigns to get up to Halo 6.
I would totally do
Halo
that.
Master Chief Collection.
I would freaking love that.
Did Halo 5 came out for PC or no? No, I don't think it did,
Yeah,
right?
it's only on Xbox, yeah.
The 1 and 2 were the only ones that came out for PC.
Actually, the Forge mode is on PC. You can load up the Forge, and it looks really nice.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
But Halo 5 is available on Game Pass. It's weird because you can get Game Pass for Xbox and for PC, but some games are only available on PC and some games are only available on the Xbox.
Right.
And some games are available on both, but some games that are only available on Xbox do have a PC version, which is really weird.
Yeah, it's weird. That is
yeah. I don't know if that's like a licensing deal but yeah, it's a bizarre thing. But the Game Pass is a super good deal if you have an Xbox because you get a lot of the newest games. Mutant Year Zero just came out on the Game Pass. That's a fantastic game.
What is that? I've never heard of this.
It's similar to XCOM, but it's set in the future where everybody's a mutant. It's like a post-apocalypse.
Everyone's a mutant?
Everyone?
Yeah, basically everybody. You play as
isn't
a duck
XCOM set in the future?
Top hat, and you play as a ham named Hammond.
Named Hammond.
Briar, are you making this up?
Yeah.
No, it's a really good game. Check it out. It's a really cool game. And there's a lot of exploration. You can build your own weapons, and it's a cool game. It's tough, but it's good.
It sounds awesome. I like those XCOM games.
Very good.
What are your opinions
free
about
right
the
now
last
on-
word, though? What do you guys think about the last word?
I hope it's good.
Word.
I'm looking forward to it.
So they bring it back and it's bad. Oh dear.
Yeah, that's what I'm really worried about, honestly. Another thing is like, I'm curious to see how they're gonna balance it out because like I know PC and console are very different because of the emesis. So I don't know. When I was looking at the stats, it does look like more of a PC gun than it does console because I feel like Not Forgotten would be way more stronger than the last word, but I don't know just based off the stats.
When you just look at the stats of something, I mean, hell, we thought Necrochasm would be the most amazing thing back in P1 because it had the fastest time to kill. But then it turns out when you used it, it was a hot steaming pile of garbage.
No, it was great.
Yeah, once they fixed it.
That was cool in D1 grinding the Necrochasm. That was just fun.
What was cool about that?
Well, I mean, it was you were basically thinking in your head, hey, you're grinding for an amazing weapon, and then when you finally got it on, unfortunately, it
exploded.
Oh, it was cool how Bungie trolled us off.
Yeah.
Oh, the final form was pretty good after 2 years or so.
Another reason why I was bringing up the last word is because a lot of people think that the last word is gonna fix sniper flinch, right? Because a lot of people love sniping. And I don't think that's gonna happen.
Why would it fix sniper flinch?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what they're thinking though. You pair up with they're just saying I've gotten a lot of opinions basically saying if you have a last word and a sniper, you can use that combination again, just like D1.
Well,
the problem there is, man, like I feel like last word would be really good as a loadout, but problems with snipers. Not with last word. Yeah, you could defend yourself better against shotguns or something. In theory,
just make sure you get shot while you're holding the last word, and then switch to your sniper.
Yeah, there you go.
Shot.
Oh, that's gonna be it.
You solved the flinch issue.
Solved.
Yeah, I see it more of as you will be able to like effectively counter people that might rush you. Mm-hmm. Not necessarily that's going to solve sniper flinch.
Yeah, I think with the way the maps are designed and the especially on PC with like again Titan skating or Titan macroing, how are you going to give those Titan macro mains a sniper instead of a shotgun?
Well, here's the thing: those Titan macro mains now also will have last word.
Yeah,
they'll have last word and a shotgun.
So
shotgun
if
and last
they
word.
miss their shotgun, not thinking that
that's what the meta's going to be.
Hopefully, it's the last word from like year 1, Destiny 1. That's also the best scout rifle in the game.
The bugged ADS.
And it'd be really good.
The bugged ADS.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I think the map design
the last word
doesn't help with sniping right now.
Isn't the last word somewhat less exciting now that we have submachine guns in the game?
Well, submachine guns suck and hand cannons are good. So
yeah,
no,
Hollis has the point.
How similar do you think Not Forgotten is to something like The Last Word?
They're both 180s.
Are they? Is it 180 in the database?
Last Word is a 180, but it's going to be full auto, right? So I don't know if you can really say it's 180.
That's true.
Was Last Word a 180 in D1? Was it considered a 180?
No, it was technically.
No,
I think
it wasn't a 180.
It was a 150 or the equivalent of a 150.
Yeah,
but
or 140.
Like,
but it just fired really fast.
Yeah.
It was the lowest impact, and full auto basically made it fire faster. So,
Interesting. Because I'm like, technically, Not Forgotten on paper is essentially like, a last word, right?
Right.
I mean, without full auto.
Yeah, but
right.
A lot of the times I'd tap the trigger anyways when I was using last word. I wouldn't full auto it.
Mm.
Yeah.
I did use
I have a
word.
feeling it's not gonna be what we hope it to be.
Be like, why would I use this?
Why do you say that? What would it be?
Just from what the perks that we've seen from people data mining it, it just seems like it's not gonna be what it used to be in D1.
I haven't seen the new perks. Are they vastly different?
I can't remember exactly what they're called. I'm sure chat will say.
I'll look it up while we're talking.
Yeah, look it up. But because I saw it and I was like, oh. Yeah? I just remember having the reaction of, oh.
Oh no, really? It's gonna be one of these?
I don't know. I hope not. I hope that it comes back and it's amazing.
I hope it comes back.
It's one of those guns that has to be, right? It's one of those guns that we love so much. Yeah, Hawkmoon as well, and Thorn, and all those. Yeah. You have to bring them back, and they have to be good.
Just like Ace, man, it's just really iconic to the franchise. I don't want to explain it. It has to be good.
Yeah. Well, we don't want.
It's like a hit or miss.
We don't want like a Mida multi-tool type of situation.
No.
Where now it's like Mida, what? Why would I ever?
I've used Mida,
out?
and it's still pretty good. I have to get my 200 headshots in PvP to finish off that catalyst. But like, I think one of the reasons why I think Last Word is going to be one where there's a very real chance of it just not being on the level that we want is because it's been put on this pedestal that's so fucking high above everything else. Not only is like the lore implications of it being, all that stuff. It was this insanely powerful thing that 2-tapped, and then it was basically the always constant thing that snipers would have for PvP. It was one of the iconic hand cannons. What hand cannons? You got Thorn, Hawkmoon, Last Word. Those were the hand cannons people always said. And, Last Word was the one people would usually say because that's the one a lot of people got in D1.
Last Word had single point sling on it, right?
Correct.
You could swap between it, right? You could do single point sling or the one that gives you better reload or something like that. I mean, that played a huge factor for using or maybe it was quick swap, something like that. That played a huge factor for using snipers because then your sniper didn't have to have quick swap on it. You can go back and forth really fast.
Did you find the perks, Briar?
I did. The new perks are Fan Fire. This weapon can be fired quickly and continuously, faster reload, and increased accuracy on successive hip fire damage. Corkscrew Rifling, slightly increased range and stability, slightly increases handling speed. Accurized rounds for increased range. Hip fire grip, ergonomic grip that increases accuracy and stability, and textured grip. The friction on the weapon's grip is particularly strong, greatly increases handling speed, slightly decreases stability.
Handling speed.
When you hip fire it, it gets more what?
Increases reload.
Increases reload?
Isn't that what it was?
That sounds like it's supposed to be a hip fire weapon, not ADS weapon.
Which is what it's designed for.
Oh, yeah.
It
doesn't have any of the damage perks that it used to have.
Well, you get increased accuracy and faster reload on successive hits. So you're right. It doesn't seem to boost damage.
Well, at the end of D1, it didn't boost damage either because they basically nerfed it. It had Last Word, improved stability and target acquisition when firing from the hip. It had the only thing that increased damage was aggressive ballistics, which had like the 5% increase to damage, which didn't change the time to kill in PvP. So yeah,
So the Last Word perk did increase damage and stability. They took this damage
and
increase out of it.
Yeah, towards the end of D1 after they balanced it for the final time because they couldn't balance the increased damage without it just being fucking busted.
Yeah.
So you hip fire and you get more accuracy and reload
Yeah.
faster with successive hits.
Exactly.
As long as it looks really cool, doing some.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Don't get me wrong, but you know, it has to be better than the pinnacle reward and comp. It has to be.
I really wonder if it's going to be, honestly.
Yeah, man, that's going to be tough. If like I said, I was looking at the stats, and I think it's more of a PC gun, but with a large population on console, right? I feel like there's more players, 100% on console,
Yeah.
and they're not going to be satisfied with the last word not being up to par with pinnacle guns.
Mhm.
And
Recoil
It's not gonna
direction
be
is
good.
100. Doesn't that mean it's a straight vertical?
Yeah, straight vertical
Yeah.
recoil.
What's
Which is very
interesting
easy
is
to
with
control.
it being 180, it means that it should have really good inner accuracy because
right.
the 180s do.
Yeah.
So that's
And
nice.
successive hits are going to increase that accuracy.
Yeah.
It's interesting to think about.
So hunters jumping around and
Oh,
hip
man.
firing.
The biggest
last
issue
word.
is it worth giving up an exotic slot for that? Like that's why
That's a good question.
that's why something like Not Forgotten,
Probably not.
especially on console, is probably going to be the go-to.
See, I don't know if they've been focusing on exotic primaries. Like Graviton and Vigilance Wing are kind of like they were really good in like a couple metas ago, maybe like last meta, but now they're just not up to par. I don't know if they're trying to focus on exotic primaries. They should focus on more exotics, in my opinion. But
How much
Yeah, I
have
really
the data miners gone after what the quest is to actually get this thing? Do we know like how long it's
Yeah,
going to
the,
be?
the
or-
entire quest has been spoiled.
Okay, is
Oh,
there
really?
a story part to the quest, or is it just going to be like go kill 10 of these guys, go collect 100 of these?
Hit 5,500 in comp.
I don't
Could you imagine?
like talking about exact spoilers on the podcast because people might
Well,
be listening. But yeah,
Is it?
I'm not talking about
specific to
exact
say
spoilers. I'm just
If it's
like,
long or short or medium.
it looks like they have confirmed it's not time gated. You'll be able to complete it at your own pace.
Okay.
It seems like there will be story stuff there. I don't know what you consider story, Briar. Do you consider reading shit story?
no,
I'm saying
not really.
No. I'm gonna say no, and probably don't expect that. Like
Will we
I don't
go
find
kill
this to
one
be very
Vex and
exciting,
then
to be
get it?
honest with you. Like we're getting like a worse version of a gun that was legendary in Destiny 1.
Is it?
I don't know. This isn't very exciting to me.
I would have to agree, man. It's not looking super good, but we got to see how the gun applies to the meta, right? Could change the whole meta.
Yeah.
I have no idea. It could change the whole thing.
I always thought it was fun bringing Last Word in for PvE, honestly.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
me
are the
too.
worst.
Yeah.
It was
I
fun,
actually
man.
did play. I did
It was
play
fun.
D1 PV, and I would just mess around. I'd be that guy with the last word
Yeah.
raid or something like that. I miss that.
Sometimes you
Yeah.
want to be a space cowboy and cap some thrall in the face, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's an iconic gun. It had
It
its own
is.
animation. It had its own sound. It
100%.
acted different than any other gun in the game. And it really fulfilled that space cowboy fantasy in like a huge way.
hmm
That's what we need. I feel like that's what we need in the PvP because like right now, like it's just the same guns and it's just getting really stale. Not really quickly, but it's kind of like, all right, what do I have? Like, what do I do now? Like, it's kind of like I'm gonna go for PvP weapons, but like, what's the point? Of going for last word if it's not up to par with Not Forgotten, right?
I'm going to go
There's not
after
much-
it because it's the last word. But
Oh yeah, 100%. Obviously, I'm gonna do the quest. Everyone's gonna do the quest for that gun.
People are voracious for any type of content in the game. So
Yeah.
it's basically even if people don't like it, they will generally do it for the most part. If it ends in them getting a shiny, yellow weapon or RRPs.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of the hunt as an end game player.
It's the hunt.
Yeah.
Yep.
Completing my exotic
We
collection,
just want the loot.
which I finally got to use 1,000 voices.
Oh man, that
I was
gun is
gonna-
really
I was
good.
gonna say 1,000
PvE
words.
and PvP.
Yeah, I finally got to use it
that's-
on a heavyweight solar nightfall. Or, I mean, no, heavyweight solar strikes in general. Man, that was nice. That's good stuff.
that was a nice
Good.
time to use it.
Yeah, it's
That's-
great.
yeah,
Great time to
that's
use it.
good.
It's just nice. Yeah?
It makes it almost feel like it's unnerved.
Yeah, just about. Right?
Yeah, they nerfed it recently. It was super strong in PvP. Actually, if you got that gun and you know what you're doing, you're untouchable.
Yeah, my frames would have been able to take advantage of it too at 240.
Mhm.
Right?
Bummer.
Oh my god.
I lowered all my graphical settings just to get higher frame rate.
To go into nuke mode.
Do we need shadows? Not really.
Guns, more pinnacle guns would make people want to grind the game more. I don't know. I'd give more incentive.
Do you think
if it was PvE?
Do you think that's what Trials should be doing though? Like they should bring back Trials, and those carrots should exist in Trials.
See, Trials is like so important to Destiny. It's like people are like, since they took it out, people are thriving for Trials, and they want a perfect Trial scenario where there'd be like 3v3 or 4v4 in balance. They want something new, and it's like, you know, I kind of enjoyed that they took away Trials. It took away that, you know, I kind of like that Trials is gone. You know, obviously I want it back, but if they choose not to bring it back, just for certain reasons, I understand completely. What are your opinions, though? Do you want Trials back, or do you not? How do you feel about Trials being gone?
As somebody who's technically burnt out on Destiny's PvP, like I play it very few at this point now. Trials was one of those things that was still fun because it was like we can go in, like Watt says, like it's a mini tournament that you can have some fun, close games, some blowouts, and like get some loot. And there's usually loot that's associated with it that was exclusive to that mode. That was exciting for people to see. Like, I missed that.
Oh yeah, I remember when Holtz and Watts would play with I think Ian or something. That was really fun to watch back.
Yeah,
in the day.
Those were the days.
You know, there was rewards for doing it, but there's also like that tournament mentality where you felt like it almost made every player who competed in it feel like you were in a competition environment, even if you were not in like you're not nearly a competitive player in any sort of sense. It gave you that feel of like, you know, like we're going to go into this and we're going to try our hardest. And if we win, you know, the loot rains down on us. And it's, you know, it's a really unique thing that they just didn't capitalize on in Destiny 2.
Why do you say they didn't capitalize? Are you talking about like the experience after you go to Flawless, or like during
part of the issue, I think, was that you could get the gear without actually playing Trials.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So like
part of
the reward, like the prestige of the reward wasn't there. The game mode wasn't as fun as it was in Destiny 1 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was also, it took a very long time, and it was filled with a bunch of stuff that
like the emoting
just
on
made
the
it
screen.
feel drawn out. The emoting was
emoting in the beginning.
That was really cool the first week.
Yeah.
And no radar meta, dude. No radar meta was not.
The no radar thing was gross. Like we need Trials back. Trials was an exciting thing that I think no matter your skill level, you would want to hop in and see if you could complete some of those bounties and, you know, get some of the stuff. Whereas, you know, you're not going to have those kind of players going into something like comp, because the only thing to get from comp is the pinnacle weapon.
Correct.
And most of those people feel like they're never going to go there and get to that point.
Right.
So, but Trials was a different thing. You could feel some kind of excitement from competing, but you didn't have to be a top tier player to play it and enjoy it.
But at the same time, though, so that carrot on the stick for something that is exclusive to the 7 wins made people want to play Trials every weekend.
Want to keep going.
And they had only played a few games, but they got in with, say, won a raffle on a stream or something, or LFG'd and happened to, this was a god that was just deciding to LFG with people and carry people like that. Those were moments that people really enjoyed, and it created memories. And some of that, actually the majority of that has shifted over to comp, but it's such a long experience for that to pay off.
What do you mean it shifted over towards comp? What does that mean?
Luna's Howl and Not Forgotten. Those are essentially the things that like somebody who doesn't really play it but would like to get those guns and have the experience, also not pay for it, you know, like have the experience of going through it and like, you know, getting those games that you win and lose. That happened every weekend for people on a 7-win ticket, and those were exciting, especially the fact that only some of those things were rewarded at the Lighthouse. And then they took that away.
And you had random rolls too.
Yeah.
Also, what happened to, what are they, boons that they were called, where you bought the 3 boons and like one of them was Mercy?
Mercy.
Yeah, I thought that was really good too, because like not as a not A+ player, right? I still felt like with those boons, like my team had a chance. Like we could get unlucky and shit, we're up against PureChill. Like we're gonna take one. We're gonna take the L here.
Right. You're like, it's okay.
You know, we've only got 3 matches left to win, so we could still get this done, right? And I think it made it more fun for people who aren't like absolute top tier.
I feel like it puts more pressure as well, Briar, too.
Forgiveness there.
puts a lot more pressure on the player too when you're not performing well and you need to get the card done and the guy has that X amount of time before he has to get off, you know?
Yeah.
I think that mercy rule was really, really well implemented. I don't know why they took it out.
Trials was just so good when they brought it out, man. Like, just
you enjoyed
game
it a lot.
mode was really fun. It was an exciting game mode. It created a lot of exciting experiences. The loot was really good. The 7 wins thing was really good.
Alternating maps as well.
It's almost like they went too far towards a competitive environment for it, even though fundamentally it wasn't really set up to be a true competitive experience with like no dedicated servers or anything like that. But like they just pushed it a little too far that direction, and those things like the boons and the fact that matchmaking I think was win based instead of skill based, like those things helped it be more approachable by a lot of different people, as opposed to like, hey, you got to be ready to sweat, and if you haven't, go get good. And
it was 4v4 compared to 3v3 as well, right?
Yeah.
So it's a different factor. It's a completely different game mode altogether, actually. Plus, it was alternating as well in Destiny 2 launch. It was Countdown and Survival, which are 2 brand new game modes introduced into the game. And I think at first, Survival was really long. For some reason, it was dragged on very long. They had to,
it did take a long time.
Yeah, they had to shorten it themselves.
And like if you went down on like your 5th or 6th win, like the time investment of going through again for another round, like you'd lose people. Yeah. It's like, I don't know, man. In 2 hours, I got to pick up my kids. Like I don't know if I got time for another round.
I gotta be working in the morning in 2 hours. I gotta go.
I gotta get married in 2 days. I don't think I can do this.
Yeah, Trials had this weird thing where it was a competitive mode, but it felt more fun and relaxing than something like comp.
It was a lot more casual than what we have right now.
Yeah, for sure. And that was perfect for Destiny.
It didn't feel special in Destiny 2 because it was the same as comp, and you could play comp anytime you wanted.
Yeah,
exactly.
That was weird.
It was literally the same, and then the armor, in my opinion, didn't look as good.
See.
And then getting the flawless version of that armor when you have the ornaments on it, you couldn't really even tell that they were on it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now imagine popping a bounty and you get Not Forgotten out of it.
Oh my god, that'd be awesome.
I mean, well, but that would take away. It would take away the desire, or like the.
Yeah, I know.
It would take away the payoff, and so like all those weapons that were in the first trials or D2 Trials 1. Where essentially a lot of the wind was taken out of those sales because you could just get them out of a bounty.
Yep.
Yeah. That is true. That is true.
I think the reward structure was one of the worst things about the new trials, where getting tokens and turning those in, and so it feels like every other reward thing you do in the game, and then once you had everything, since there wasn't random rolls on stuff, like
you could get everything in like 2 weeks.
You're
like
everything,
cool,
everything.
We're done.
Plus you had people getting trial stuff from clan engrams.
Yep.
That's true. That's true.
And the
guys I haven't even
the gear definitely took a dive.
Played trials, still got stuff.
I have that gun you wanted. Never played trials.
Wow.
Oh, it was so bad. It was bad.
I don't know how they can fix it right now, though. I don't know what they could implement right now.
I think they could just go back to the way it was. Just
but then you're gonna upset certain individuals because they like 4v4. Certain people like
PureChill.
But they'll still have.
Wait a minute, PureChill. We're not gonna upset somebody on the internet, are we?
No.
I don't know if I could handle it.
No, you're not gonna upset them, but there's certain people that genuinely enjoy the way it is, and they probably wouldn't come back, or they would just not play the certain playlist, right? Because certain people like that type of play style. You know what I'm saying?
On the flip side, they've lost a lot of people from that, though.
Correct.
No, they lost everybody because they took it away.
Yeah.
There's
a lot of people don't play PvP anymore because it's like it's in a pretty bad state at the moment. Especially with all the DDoSing, like that's just going to push even more people from not playing. The average player, why is the average player going to be like, I'm going to go into comp. Oh, wait, my entire internet's down. Guess I just won't do that anymore.
This happens every time I go into comp. Weird.
It's like, hey, I got to go buy a new router every time I play comp. It's like, why would I play comp? If I got to drive to my, local service center, buy a new router or swap out the router.
Does it smoke your router?
Real sad. It can do.
it can.
Really? Wow.
Basically,
Yeah.
depends what they're doing, man. I don't know. It's just a little bit weird right now. It's a little bit weird.
Huh.
Yeah.
It makes it harder to play comp, obviously, too, because that's where the main stuff is happening. Obviously, we talked about it earlier happening in quick play as well, and it's just very unfortunate. You didn't see too many of it in D1, you know.
It even happened with Goth's team for the raid, right? People
Yeah.
DDoSing them. It's now spread to everywhere. If someone just wants to be an ass, like they're just gonna do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got picked up that, you know, when that happened during the raid, that one got picked up by some like pretty big news outlets. I remember seeing.
Yeah.
Really?
Like, that can't feel good, right? For like Destiny's kind of
reputation.
Overall, yeah, reputation. Like, I don't know if there's any way they could start hiding IP addresses for players, but
peer to peer, they can't do that. They can't do that.
So, guys, why not sign up for a VPN service?
You sign up for a VPN service, they take out your VPN. They're pretty ruthless, man. It's just
the amount of millisecond delay that's added when you use a VPN.
That doesn't feel as good.
You basically have to put your own money in. You got to put your own time, and you got to basically do extra precautions just to play the game sometimes. And it's really unfortunate because, you know, let's say you didn't have the resources, or you just like, you know, your average gamer who just really is, you know, doing, you know, juggling school or, you know, doing other stuff. You kind of just don't want to deal with the situation, and you just play a different game, or you don't play the same playlist again, or you just don't play in general.
I just don't play PvP for the most part anymore because I don't know. The only times that my internet has suspiciously gone down in the past 2 years has been when I played comp. It's really amazing, like just coincidence. Surely it's coincidence. You know, but
you should get better internet.
Like, I should get better internet. You know, it's outside of when I've played comp, it's only gone down during, you know, gale force winds that happen to rip through Seattle. So it's,
how much was your router?
Just connect directly up to the pipeline.
How much money you spend on your router?
Oh my god.
I think I spent 200 on mine.
I think if you're not spending $1,000 on your router, then you're doing it wrong, man.
Okay.
With a built-in VPN, like multiple IPs in the router.
I mean, if it's not like pro network grade, you know, like business class routers, like I don't know why you're even playing, man.
Tell you what, I'm gonna set. Okay, I got an idea. I'm gonna set up like one of those I'm gonna get like one of those wireless antennas so I can like just find various wireless signals to play off of that are like just around town. Like I can point it at McDonald's. I can point it at, you know,
get McDonald's
library. Wherever. I'm just gonna start playing off that and streaming off that. So if they fucking DDoS that, it's like, well, McDonald's Wi-Fi's down, boys. Time to point it towards the library.
Do you have any government Wi-Fi access points around? Because nobody's watching that right now.
Oh, that's good. Oh, here we go.
Interesting.
That's just wide open right now.
I should like brute force, you know, hack the wireless, but only for the purpose of using it.
And getting them arrested.
And trying to bait DDoSers into it.
To catch a DDoSer.
This sounds brilliant, actually.
Someone should make this
that guy got arrested?
Really?
Yeah,
it's
but
just so common now, too. Like, you see a bunch of streamers tweet out every day, oh, DDoS attack. And it really sucks that nothing's implemented, because I see the same group of people doing it, and they get away with it. They're just willy-nilly, they get away with it. You can report them, you can do whatever you want. They will come back.
Yeah.
And they'll come back with a vengeance.
That's the problem. It doesn't seem to change anything.
Well, it's so easy to do, and it's so easy to like
get away with
change your identity. Yeah,
it's just so easy, man. And I guess it's just part of what, you know, the gaming experience is right now for Destiny 2. And maybe, you know, what we were talking about Anthem earlier. You know, Anthem has dedicated servers. So,
Anthem has no PvP either. So
I know.
You know.
But, you know, I might DDoS Tefty to get that loot drop from him.
Oh, yeah.
I might DDoS him for fun.
First thing.
I see Tefty playing comp. I'm going to match him, man. Gotta make sure it's free.
I'm getting 5 different VPNs so I can like just switch it. I'm gonna have my VPNs on a button in front of me, like a
put it on your stream deck.
Just be like VPN 1, VPN 2, VPN 3. You know, which one am I going to be on?
I'm just going to keep pressing.
Like watching somebody get hacked in a movie where you got to go to like Europe, then Russia, then China.
Like, I'm in India now. Oh, guess what? South Africa. Oh, now I'm in New York. Which you can do, huh?
Oh my god.
VPNs, you know, they cost money per month, and they slow down your internet. So it's kind of a bummer that like gamers are like
VPNs are a pain in the ass. No joke.
They are a pain in the ass. They really are.
If you guys have to, I can hear the frustration in your voice. It's obviously something joked about, but it's a serious thing happening, and it really does suck, man. Because it like Tefty said, it cuts your upload, and you don't even know if you're using or if it works sometimes because they can mess up your stuff even with the VPN, unfortunately. So it leaves you at like a point where you're like, I don't know if it's my internet, I don't know if it's them messing with me. You know, I've implemented everything I can to protect myself. Still, this is happening, and it gives you that paranoia just a bit. You know, you don't know if you're protected completely.
Yeah. Of the VPNs I've tried, they're not 100% reliable either. So like you might always be checking the same or using the same server, and then it's like, oh, this server's just down now. Like, so now I got to find another server with a decent ping time, and it's just a pain.
I think someone just needs to come up with an invention that fights back against the DDoSers. That it could be fighting.
It could
like brass
send the packets back to their computer.
It sterilizes
aluminum baseball bats.
Yes,
I like it. I like
breed or something. I don't know.
Digital kneecapping.
Yes.
Okay, I like this.
But I will tell you though, in comp, it is very common that you will get DDoS 100%. Like, if you're not running a VPN in comp, you're asking for either DDoS that day or the next day when you're streaming, because these guys will hold your information for the next day. You know, it's pretty brutal.
That's why you either have to contact your ISP, get your IP address change if that's something they can do, or you have to wait for it to just naturally like refresh.
Or invest in a gaming router, which does that obviously too.
Yeah.
Fun.
Hopefully it gets dealt with, because like obviously nobody's happy about the situation.
Your gaming router can't change your IP address. Like you have to.
Yeah.
You have to call your ISP.
Most of them have.
I have
most ISPs give you a static ISP.
Well, you can have dynamic, but if it's dynamic, then like you have to wait for the cycle, or you can talk to force it.
It depends on your ISP, obviously. Yeah. So let's say you're a content creator and you couldn't change your ISP. You know, it's kind of a scary situation. It's like
most people can't. You know, like most people have one ISP that's decent in their
Comcast.
You know, in their.
Yeah. Usually,
some people don't have one that's decent.
Sure. This is Comcast Cares. I see that you're talking about us. If you want any help, please DM us so we can get your account info. What is up with the Comcast Cares Twitter? Good Lord!
I don't know.
They're
man.
on it.
I saw that
they're
on Twitter.
They are ready to
somebody
go.
just mildly mentions how bad Comcast is. They're like, "Hey, this is David from Comcast Cares. I'd really like to help you out. Hit me with the DM, and we can get you sorted. Thanks, buddy."
Because I feel like Comcast is a good company, but they don't know how to deal with the situation. Or they could be a bad company and they just have good customer service. My experiences with Comcast is they're not the best ISP, and their customer service is not the best. But it is what it is. I mean, like I said, the issue just makes
They made a good investment in our government, though, so that's working out well.
Oh, man.
Guys,
no TWAB today, by the way, guys.
Yeah, no TWAB today. So, since there's no TWAB, I'm going to show everyone the new hobby that I have picked up. It is not World of Warcraft, and it's not Magic cards.
Is it?
Can we take a guess at what it is before you show us?
Poker?
Sure.
Oh,
yeah, you can take,
hold on.
Guess.
It's something that he picked up and brought.
You got
here, or was
Yu-Gi-Oh
so
cards.
It's something that you have to carry.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Not cards.
You're collecting vintage vinyl records.
Oh,
that
I would
is
love
something
that.
I wouldn't mind getting into,
Holtz, we would connect on a spiritual level.
Space for all those.
Yeah, that's expensive.
I have no space for those.
You can make space. Trust me.
It looks like it's something small. By the way, he's handling. So
Did you get a baby duck?
No, I did not get a baby duck.
How about a teacup pig?
15
It
pounds
is
of
not
profit.
an animal. It is not an animal.
All right.
Oh, it could be knitting. Is it knitting?
Edition on a Genesis.
It's not knitting, although that is something I wouldn't mind doing. Knitting is pretty cool.
Those are clowning Holtz. Holtz needs a new beanie, man. I always see Holtz in the same beanie.
Oh,
Hey,
new
this
beanie.
beanie is a timeless classic, and this
His
beanie is
beanie-
also.
Is it a new
comfortable.
beanie? It's a beanie collection.
It's not a new beanie.
No new beanie. That's unfortunate.
Did you?
Is it mushrooms? Have you started doing shrooms?
I wore a beanie in a YouTube video the other day, and somebody said in the comments, "Are you trying to be Holtz now?"
Yes. Yes. he
No,
is.
I said yes, always.
So we're
Holtz
not
is
just sitting
awesome.
here.
Be more like Holtz.
So we're not here just sitting and guessing at what I'm doing.
Okay. All right.
I got a lock picking kit, and I'm
Oh
learning
my
how to
God.
pick locks.
Because you want to
Okay.
Why do you
burglarize
need to
people.
learn how to pick locks?
That's pretty cool, actually.
It's I don't want to burglarize anyone. I just want I don't know. I think locks
You know
are
what?
really cool,
Holtz
and
is
I
like the
wanted
type of guy that likes to pick locks. Like, don't you think? Like, you just like walk up to a person.
Huh?
Yo,
You walk up to him, and you just
he's the type of
start
person
the
to like,
conversation about-
break in your house or something crazy, right?
He's practicing for when he finds the DDoSer's IP to find their
Oh.
address.
That
and
sounds
lock
a little
it
trace
from
back.
the
really
house.
brutal. But yeah, there's like this. You can get like these little clear locks that you can learn how to like move all the tumblers in there, and then hey, look,
Yeah.
it opened. There you go.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
Can I hire
This
you
This
to
will be
pick a
really
lock?
good in Resident Evil. You're
Yeah.
preparing for your Resident Evil.
Oh, you're gonna be
playthrough.
the
That's
master
what
of
it is.
unlocking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
New hidden thing unlocked.
Yeah. So now, like, I mastered the completely clear lock really easily.
Now you
and
gotta
so
do
then
it
I
by
went
feel,
to,
though.
yeah, no, that, and so now I went to get
Oh
like
my
just
God, you
simple,
really did.
simple. Like,
Have you had any
basic-
luck with the real lock? Like, the
Yeah. Yeah. No, I've had some. I've had some luck with this one. The main problem with this one is like it's so shitty that you can't really pick it that.
How much
well.
was the lock?
$6. Or do you mean the?
$6.
No,
Do you mean the?
no, the one that you're picking right now. You're
Like the practice one with like a bunch of lockpicks was like $20.
okay, but like
You're gonna be a
regular-
god when Fallout 5 comes out, man. You're just gonna
honestly. When the apocalypse
Ah.
hits, man, you're gonna be really good at getting into the resources and stuff because you got that
Yeah.
lock picking.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
That's right.
The problem is like
good.
with any hobby.
This is a
any
hobby?
Yes,
I
this
think
an
this is
actual
like
hobby.
a profession. This is like
Your
a
hobby
this
is,
skill that you
magic
can
All
It is a
hobbies
profession.
can turn
Chicken
into
locks.
professions, Briar.
You know,
Yeah, no, the
some
problem
people
with this one
call
is like when you
burglarizing
want to
homes a
get
hobby too.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that for you, man. I don't know.
What do you like to do for fun?
Some people,
Ah, a
yeah,
little
some
B&E.
people get a some people get a kick out of it. You know, adrenaline rush. I see what's happening.
and,
This is,
like,
this is a dangerous place you're walking, Holtz.
well, it's a dangerous hobby because all the cheap locks are shit. There's no like cheap lock to buy that can like really like once you learn how to pick master locks, which takes not a lot of time because the cords are really shitty on them. From what I found, that should open if I just turn that. Yep. Okay. Boom. There we go.
There you go. Look at that. Live on air.
Live on
What-
air, picking
What
locks.
subclasses are you
Wow.
guys gonna main after the
The lock picking one.
Lockpick.
Oh my God.
I'm pretty sure it's a warlock.
I'm gonna
It's
main
void.
Storm.
Not touching the
Samantha.
Nova
That's
Orb anymore?
next week's. That's next week's podcast, Briar.
Oh,
No,
my
I'm
bad.
probably
So sorry.
doing. I'm probably sticking to Hunter. You know,
We're gonna
Blade
main
Barrage.
Try
Leon?
out Golden Gun.
Blade Barrage is my baby.
I will only
That's some
use-
Goldie, though.
Blade Barrage is getting nerfed though, just a bit.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Hunter for life.
Hunter for life. Oof. Why don't you come over to Warlock or Titan?
The Blade Barrage won't.
PureChill.
That
I'm
nerf
gonna
won't
need you to calm
affect,
down.
that won't affect PvP, will it? That's just a PvE nerf, isn't it?
What? Blade Barrage? I thought it was
Yeah.
PvP. The decrease. I think it's like damage when you're using your super. I think.
It'll affect PvE more. I think there's probably edge cases where it'll basically they changed the damage to be more on the explosion effect of the knives instead of the direct impact. So you're probably I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That could go either way. That could be make it more consistent in PvP because there's some pretty janky times where like you land all your knives around someone, but they didn't directly impact it, so nothing happens.
Wait, Tefty, I thought you were Warlock.
See, Tefty, on Twitter, people have been talking about you
People
and your
talk a lot,
warlock
all right?
stuff.
Oh,
They're
man.
like, every time I
People are
tune into
talking.
Tefty's stream, he's always a warlock.
Yeah, he's always on Warlock. That's what I was confused.
I'm
about.
trying to get my final exotic from a warlock. That's
What
all.
is that? What is that?
Chromatic fire. You know? Imagine
that. Is that why?
Okay, imagine for a second. There's a field and it's been nuked. All right.
20 Let me close my eyes. I'm picturing this.
Close your eyes for this. All right.
Paint me a mental image.
It's very wide and vast, and there's a nuke that goes off and decimates.
Like megaton?
Megaton nuke decimates the field. All right. Okay. And then 20 years later, there's like this single flower that's growing in the middle of it. All right. A single flower.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds familiar.
That's my warlock exotic. All right. I'll step into the field that's been nuked for a little bit to get that warlock cool exotic. All right.
What about Titans? Are any love towards Titans? Any of you guys going to Titan?
Oh, I love my Titan. My Titan's for fun.
No, we kicked the only Titan off the podcast.
Oh my god.
This is all hunters. All hunters on the podcast.
Even Watts? Watts, you're a hunter?
Yeah, I don't even play anything.
She's like Hunter Prime.
She has one character on
I bet
PC.
he's on Blade Barrage too. Are you on Blade Barrage?
No.
Nope. I don't enjoy Blade Barrage.
What do you enjoy then? What's your favorite subclass?
Night Stalker just in general, and then probably Mid-Tree Arcstrider is really fun.
Mid-Tree Arcstrider. That subclass is really strong. Subclass is really
I don't enjoy
Blade Barrage. Not even chucking the little like the parlor knives, being like, no, those are fun.
Hey,
why would I do that when I can
something we want to share with the community today?
That's true. Yes, we do.
Do we want to do it now?
We should share that before we go into Twitter questions, right?
You want to wait till before Twitter questions?
I'd say
Christmas.
I'd say this would be a perfect time before Christmas. Yeah, this would definitely be a perfect time to go into Twitter questions. So if we're at that point, then we can do that.
Are we at that point?
I don't know. Are you guys feeling it? I'm not feeling it. PureChill, what do you think? Should we do Twitter questions?
Totally up to you guys. I'm cool with Twitter.
You're right. Fuck Twitter. Fuck Twitter. Fuck Twitter. And we're going with it.
And Warlocks. He said it too. I heard him.
That's right.
Hey, I never said that. You guys show time.
PureChill hates Mario and Twitter. That's what we know.
And Warlocks. And he hates Warlocks.
I absolutely love
and Warlocks.
It's okay.
Right, Warlocks is just me. I don't know how to explain that. I just love the melee. I love the subclass.
It's okay, man. You can be you. It's fine.
Hey, sometimes you want to drop a pool of urine and get healed from it. It's okay. You know, urinal radiance is a thing.
Yeah, do you want to play hunters? You want to crutch on the jump? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yes, I do want to crutch on the jump.
Not only do I want to crutch on the jump, I want to crutch on the jump harder with the...
And the shade step. Don't forget about the shade step.
Yeah.
Don't forget about the shade step.
All of the above.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Honestly, I personally can't play Hunter anymore. Honestly, I tried it the other day and I just couldn't do it. I don't know why. It's just
we gotta properly introduce this video, but I'm looking for who it's by.
A Cobalt Hero.
And I lost the tweet.
Tough. Did you have?
Does anybody else have that handy? Cobalt Hero. Thank
Cobalt
you.
Hero, yeah.
This was something that was sent to us by Cobalt Hero, and it was freaking amazing.
Absolutely
really
amazing.
good.
This is incredible. We are going to play this video. It's about 2 minutes. Also, it's a song. So if you are listening on the podcast, just imagine some extremely well edited cuts and clips of the podcast going along with the song. So we're going to play that right now. Also, I'm going to mute us. Okay.
Okay.
We'll see you in 2 minutes, guys.
It's Popo, Tefty, Miss 5000, Briar, Rabbit, Holtzman, drumming up a conversation, arguing and quoting, Twitter questions, making babies, anime and joking. Popo, Tefty, Miss 5000, Briar, Rabbit, Holtzman. Diddle-diddle, diddle-I, diddle-diddle, diddle-I, diddle-diddle, diddle-I, diddle-diddle, I wanted to hear something new while playing Destiny. I searched online and found a crew that was the best for me. I listened in to find a show that made me laugh the most, the finest show you'll ever know, and here are all the hosts. Popo, Tefty, Miss 5000, Briar, Rabbit, Holtzman, drumming up a conversation, arguing and quoting, reading TWABs, berating TWABs, discussing food and joking. Popo, Tefty, Miss 5000, Briar, Rabbit, Holtzman. Diddle-diddle, diddle-I, diddle-diddle, diddle-I, diddle-diddle, diddle-I, diddle-diddle, diddle-I. Their guests come from around the world, and though each one is new, they're interviewed so all can hear their fresh and unique view. Community is key to them, that's why they welcome you. And if you're free, then come with me and spend an hour or two with Popo, Tefty, Miss 5000, Briar, Rabbit, Holtzman, drumming up a conversation, arguing and quoting, 15 pounds of crawfish favorite, drinking, snake and joking. Popo, Tefty, Miss 5000, Briar, Rabbit, Holtzman. Diddle-diddle, diddle-I, diddle-diddle, diddle-I. You know, they started off off on the Planet Destiny podcast, but they've hence moved on to the Destiny Community podcast. So on a Thursday or Friday, if you've got time to spare, they'd love for you to listen in. Come on, pull up a chair. But better listen carefully, cause it can change your life. For example, yes. Well, I used to watch the VOD, yeah, and now I watch it live. And I love it splendid. There, Puppet FT, Miss 5000, Briar Rabbit Holtzman. Puppet FT, Miss 5000, Briar Rabbit Holtzman. Thursday, 6 p.m. Destiny Community Podcast. Puppet FT, Miss 5000, Briar Rabbit Holtzman.
And we are back.
That is amazing.
Yay.
It was Cobalt Hero that did that, right? On
Cobalt
YouTube.
Hero,
If you're
So
listening to the
good.
podcast version of this, you got to go and check out the video version. So go over to Cobalt Hero's YouTube channel. It is hilarious. Like,
It's really good.
there's even my favorite scene is actually him in
All
like
five
in
of
the
squares,
podcast.
yeah.
Yeah, like impersonating all
Being
five of us.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah. Like the editing on that and the harmonies and all that and the way it lines up, like it's just
Yeah.
top
I think
notch.
I need to hire him to be a video editor for me.
It's really good.
It's a
yeah.
hilarious
He's
video.
good at
It
it.
really is good.
Yeah.
Guys, I feel like we made it. Like as a media type podcast thing, I feel like we made it.
How
Can
so?
we just like cruise from here now? Like, are we good?
Are we hitting the
What
cruise
does that
line?
mean?
Can we just phone it in from now on?
Explain on top of that. What does that mean?
I mean, like it's like it doesn't really hit you like how I don't know how big it is. Like
He's gonna cry.
I'm not gonna fucking cry. I'm getting some tea here.
You're getting emotional. I see you.
She's concerned.
Do you need to pick a
It's
lock?
like I don't know. It's like I see people doing like stuff like
Right.
this for like Rooster Teeth level stuff. I'm like, this is really fucking well made. This
It
person
really
put
is.
so
Yeah.
much time into
Yeah.
this,
Yep.
and it's like
Yeah.
we're just like this little podcast, man. But,
I think this means that we can now enter our booze and Ferrari phase,
Yes.
right? Where we really just go off the rails in a couple of
I
years,
would
mental
love that.
rehab, and come back really, really strong with our third
Oh, we're
album.
going to rehab. Okay. And then we're coming back.
Yeah, well, you got to give it time to settle in a little bit.
The booze and Ferraris era. Love it.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a good one. That's going to be a good part of the show.
we can afford Miller Lite, and I can get some
my
Hot Wheels.
The Miller Lite and
Some Hot
Honda phase.
Not even Hondas. Really.
Yeah.
The Kia and Miller Lite phase of the podcast.
Used Kia.
Natty Ice.
Used Kia.
Very used.
Yeah.
2010 era Kia.
Let's just sort of questions.
Let's do it, man.
Let's do it.
I'm bringing them up right this moment. All right, Mamba says, how does it feel to have a specific Destiny move named after you? I.e., I just got pure chilled.
Oh my god, dude.
So what is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is the pure
All right,
chill?
Set it up for
This
us.
is how it started. This is how it
Is it
started.
teabagging? I feel like it's going to be teabagging.
No, it's not teabagging. Basically, oh my god. So basically, in D1, I would play against Sir Demetrius and Luminosity a lot, right? We do 3v3 sweats, really, intense games. And I would and nobody was playing Nova Bomb at the time. I was the only one playing Nova Bomb. It was like very, very new in coming to play Nova Bomb because Sunsinger was really strong still due to Firebolts. And not that many people wanted to switch their subclass. So I'd made Nova Bomb. And basically what happened was I just basically would use my super for one person. And they would call that a pure chill. And so basically...
The solo
Nova
super.
Bomb. The solo
Nova super. All right.
just to make an orb for the team, so basically
Nice.
those guys kind of
The solo
sparked it up a
super.
little bit more. Yeah.
You put
the
him on
solo
ice
super.
with a Nova Bomb.
Yeah, he did put me on ice.
Yeah.
But
One of
now
my favorite quotes from Destiny 1 was when a Sunsinger would die and they'd use their self-res, and he says, hey guys, I'm going to make orbs for you. Motherfucker, we all know you just died.
Oh, man. That's great.
man, but now people are they kind of transitioned it to like the handheld supernova. So like if you get a kill with the handheld supernova, they're like, "Oh, he just got pure chilled."
No, that sounds almost skillful. We need to keep it to just the solo nova bomb.
Solo novas, I'll take
Yeah.
that solo nova. Even though the one shot nade is not comparable.
It's not overpowered.
It's a little bit strong. I'm kind of glad they kept it that way though. Nova Orb is really good right now before nerf. After nerf, it's not going to be too good, in my opinion.
Praxic Eternal says, where would you guys rank this meta compared to Destiny 1 Year 1, Destiny 1 Year 2, Destiny 1 Year 3, and Destiny 2 Year 1?
Jesus Christ. Does anyone have a document?
Okay, so pulse rifle meta at the top.
Hold on.
Excel spreadsheet.
Oh.
I'm bringing up Excel right now.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Taken King
That is a
pulse
good
rifle
question.
meta at the top. Taken King pulse rifle meta at the top, and then like
Yes.
everything
I agree
else
with
just
Holton.
kind of
I
going
agree.
down.
We
from
We all
there.
agree. Let's just bring that
I
meta
okay.
back,
love
Bungie. Come on.
Taken meta. Oh my
It was
god,
so
I love
good.
that meta. Shadestep just came out. Storm came out.
Hawksaw.
Dude, Pulse Hawksaw, what is it? The PDX. I don't know what it's called.
Yep,
PDX
PDX.
45.
Yeah, those are all beautiful.
1,000 Yard
weapons,
Stare
man.
was
It
worked.
was so good.
Everybody
Mercy.
had their
So
standard issue
good.
1,000 Yard Stare that had Firefly Void because they got it.
Right. Longbow is still good. It's just a beautiful meta altogether. Double Shade Step as well.
That was a good meta. I mean,
It was
Destiny
such a
Year
I had
1,
so much fun in that
Mhm.
meta.
D1 Year 1 was special because it was so new and fresh.
Right.
Yeah.
Year 2 seemed to it took some of the best parts of year 1 and kind of just it enhanced them.
Well,
Year 3 got
and then
messy.
by the end of year 2, it was, hey, remember all those things you liked? They've been nerfed.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
that's
And
true.
by year 3,
Exactly.
it was just sticky grenades everywhere.
Oh, and sidearms. Jesus.
Oh man, I mean, you can blame the player for using sticky nades. There's not much stuff viable, right? A lot of things got nerfed.
I will look.
Yeah.
You're right. I can't, but I will.
I will.
I'm with Holtz.
Yeah.
I will irrationally blame them.
I will get irrationally angry at those people.
That's right. Simkowitz says, on one hand, no one wants gear from Destiny 1 to come into Destiny 2 because we want new and interesting guns and exotics. But on the other hand, so many players are excited about Destiny 1's The Last Word coming back. Why is that? And when can No Land Beyond and Pocket Infinity come to Destiny 2?
No Land would be fun.
No, that would be really fun. I kind of agree with them with the armor though. Like some of the armor is kind of like not as unique or it doesn't look as sharp as like Taken King stuff even. I don't know. Everything is kind of not bland, but just looks the same. And then also I think Watts was talking about enhanced perks and Iron Banner. You know, we need that. We need more of enhanced perks on
Yeah.
certain weapons. Like I don't even care what it looks like as long as it has enhanced perks, you know.
Yeah.
What the
As
armor
far,
did.
as far as like an answer to the question though, like why it's like yes, people like older stuff. They also want newer stuff. I think people are fine with having older stuff as long as you just don't pay for it. Like if that
Yeah.
is part
That's
of
how I
free
feel about
update, people are I think people
Absolutely.
are fine with it.
Yeah, but I'm not going to get super excited about it.
I feel like you're not super excited about anything unless it's like Anthem. Or
Oh my god.
That's not fair.
Division
That's
2.
not fair. That's not fair, Briar. Briar loves Everest, man. What are you saying?
He
dude? Briar's
is. He's going to be
a
all
big
about
fan.
Kingdom Hearts 3, man.
Eververse
Kingdom Hearts
vault
3.
space. That's bright.
Oh man, I remember back in D1 when we would freak out over some extra vault space, man. Those were the days.
I still freak out over it.
I mean, it's pretty nice, but for my vault collection's kind of the same stuff. I don't know about you guys. I'm collecting the same stuff over and over again.
Do you got 50
My
edge
vaults.
transits?
Yeah, I did. I did prior to the patch. I always
Did
did
you?
get transits left and right. Yeah, I did.
You saved
I
them?
wasn't collecting them. No, I deleted all of them. I was like, why is there such a big drop rate? But
Killing
I
me,
talked
man.
to DMG and I deleted them all. I talked to DMG. It wasn't supposed to be in the loophole so much, actually.
Yeah, you know what's
But-
weird is I get one maybe every other week in Edge Transit, and I've been trying to hit 50. I'm 6 away right now from 50 in my
6?
Yeah,
Oh.
6.
You're close. You're close.
I'm so close, and yet I put in like several hours almost every day, and I'm like, where are my Edge Transits, man? then one of them dropped from like a prime engram. It's crazy.
Prime
So-
engram.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
it's
not
not that
joking.
It's not that Edge Transit like was dropping more. It's that it was the only heavy, and on top
Yeah.
of that, like if that's the only heavy that will drop out of engrams, combine that with like you need to have heavy weapon drops to be able to level up your heavy weapon. That's why you're going to just see it drop a shit ton more.
Why, Tefty? Why do you want the edge transits? Are you just trolling, or is that like a certain gun that you want?
I was gonna put them all together for an ultra edge transit, basically an exotic
Oh
version.
my
Yeah,
God.
there's a hidden quest that I've been banking on. I really hope.
If it actually happens,
Actually, yeah, you know, one of the
get
steps.
an emblem.
One of the steps, yeah, delete 50 edge transits in a row. So
Oh.
I need to make sure I'm ready for
That
that.
would be a good.
That's the last word one right there. That's how you started.
Yeah.
Are any of them Masterworks?
No, I haven't had a single one drop as masterwork.
Oh,
I kid you not, I've collected every single edge transit that's dropped since the second week of Forsaken, and I am still 6 away from hitting 50. Isn't that weird?
I'm not even 650
You
on
know-
either platform. I am 649.
It's not like I, hardly play the game or anything.
Sam says,
I don't know, Tefty.
if you could bring one other video game mechanic to Destiny, what would it be?
Hmm.
Dedicated servers.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Yeah.
that's a game mechanic.
I don't
Game
think that's-
mechanic.
I don't think that's a game.
It's a mechanic of the game.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a game
No,
mechanic.
Halo's grenades were different, right? Like let's just say like compare it for Halo, like they had a different. I don't know, like they had multiple selections for nades. So I don't know. I feel like maybe they could add another grenade to or a certain subclass. Who knows? That's what I would like. Maybe a different grenade or something like that. What about you guys?
We're talking about any feature of a game.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like a game
Okay.
mechanic.
Oh, game
Any-
mechanic.
mechanic.
Any other video game mechanic,
Any other game mechanic?
like a horde mode or
Okay.
forge.
Yeah. So
or-
I would put
Oh,
I'd take Diablo's
100%
Greater Rifts. Greater Rifts and put it into Destiny.
that would be good. That would be good.
What are greater rifts for people?
To like endless
Yeah, what
dungeons.
are- Endless
Okay.
dungeons.
Yeah, they also have
Okay.
like they get more difficult as you clear each one, up until a point where you have to like
Mm.
quit essentially.
Take Guild Wars 1 Hall of Heroes.
What's that?
Yeah. What is
So
that?
it was a PvP mode. So the Guild Wars had a bunch of different PvP modes. This one was 8v8. And you could go in with random people or your clan, whoever you wanted to go in with. But the thing that was really cool about Hall of Heroes is you had to work your way up through multiple different game modes to get to the Hall of Heroes. And then when you win in the hall, it announces it to the entire server so it would be like Tefty Teft's team just won in the Hall of Heroes. And then you hold
cool.
it down, you stay in the hall and you keep winning. And it announces
really
it to
cool.
the whole server.
That's really
It
cool.
was
That's
really good. And the
awesome.
loot was really good. Really
Could
good.
you
Nice.
could you fit that into Faction War somehow?
Probably.
Faction Rally somehow?
What happened to the fraction rally? Actually,
They threw
What
them
happened
out.
to that?
They put them in the
Took it-
garbage.
Yeah, they took it off the table.
Completely
They're gonna rework.
They deleted the
so
code.
what if? So what if I want the Graviton Masterwork or
Yeah.
They were supposed to
know.
give us a way to get them, right?
Yeah, they
Right.
were.
Eek.
whatever happened to that? I don't think they ever implemented next step.
I think there's a farm up north, and they sent
Yeah,
them there.
that's yeah. No.
So
That's where my dad brought Barney. So Barney's got a masterwork now?
he's with the Masterworks. With the Graviton Masterwork.
I would take Trials of Osiris out of Destiny 1 and put it in Destiny.
There you
Nice.
go. Woo. Perfect.
I mean, I kind of agree, but like, it's a different game, though. Don't you agree? Like, wouldn't it be weird if they
No.
did that?
As it is
Would
right
be
now,
normal?
as it is right now, I think it actually fit really well. If it was in
Yeah.
I think
year,
it fit really well.
if it was in year one, it would be a big problem because of the double primaries. But like, as it is right now, make it 3v3 like the way it was. Like, I think it would fit really well.
This
I think it'd be
definitely,
super
this
fun.
Forsaken meta we have definitely feels a lot more like Destiny 1. I would agree.
Mhm.
Yeah.
More so the whole year of Destiny 2 compared to the launch of Destiny 2. I mean, but yeah, back to
SAS
that
is-
mechanic though. I would want that forge mode.
Forge mode.
Forge
would be
mode would be
amazing.
nice.
Forge mode would be nice.
Yeah.
Just mess
You know,
around
what was
with
that Halo 5 had that huge combat thing where it was kind of PvE and
Warzone?
PvP combined. Warzone would be cool. Like if you could turn like one destination into a Warzone every week, where all of a sudden PvP was turned on.
That'd be fun.
It'd be interesting. Yeah.
Like in patrol, that'd be dope. And like they could make that part of the faction rally where like like if you're dead orbit, the more kills dead orbit racked up during a faction rally on this Warzone like map, that would be cool.
And all the casuals would be dead orbit, so you could kill them real easy.
True enough.
That's true.
That's
true.
Agreed.
It would be fun to play PvP out on patrol. Like,
yeah, maybe not. Though you never know how it would be implemented.
Yeah,
I think it'd be fun.
That's the biggest thing is how it would be implemented. So
yeah, because
you can get some serious trolly type of experiences that then
exactly. Yeah,
you know, like
that sounds good. I like it.
Yeah, you would like it.
You're the one being trolled, Briar.
Yeah, if you're the one being trolled, Briar, it's not.
Well, there's always the go do something else button.
But then we could just go to Mars instead of going to Earth, where the war is currently happening.
It would always be the flashpoint. So if you want to get the flashpoint done, you got to like go through the trolls.
Well, what if it was like faction rally was once a month and it was just a specific place for a week once a month?
I think that's good.
I think that would be actually really good. That would actually be good. Once a month, yeah.
Yeah. And then everybody gets DDoSed. The whole server.
That is hilarious, man. Straight face, everybody get DDoSed.
Braden Delorme says, what are some ways you'd improve Gambit? I'd like to add some mechanics like strike bosses, but maybe no one would enjoy the health gating.
Dude, Gambit is sweaty on PC, dude. I can't even get into a lobby without even...
Gambit
I will not win. Yeah, I will not win that lobby on PC. Maybe on console I have more of a chance, but those guys are really sweaty, man. You don't want to mess with those guys. What are they? What's that skill called? Dragon?
Oh, yeah.
Gambit Gods? Dredgen? Yeah, those guys are ruthless. You don't want to mess with those guys.
Some people have played with the spawn so well that they kill people as soon as they come in. The invaders,
even before
they're
they
just
come
aiming
in.
at that spot. Yeah.
Yeah, like I've had someone start their super before I've even actually finished going through. And then by the time their super ends, I'm dead because they knew exactly where I was going to be.
Wow.
And I was like, well, guess we
So
won't
that probably
do
needs to be fixed. That's one thing they could do to change it is
They need to switch up spawns.
What about a ranked playlist for Gambit? Would that be unusual? What do you think?
I honestly think they need to take it in that direction. Because there's a portion of Gambit players that are in there for rewards, and then a portion of Gambit players that are in there for the competition, and
correct.
It's creating some weird things in the community right now.
No, I agree with you 100% because it's definitely sweaty there too. Like you don't get a casual match of Gambit on PC for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't ever get a casual Gambit match.
And there's things in there that you could just do casually to like get stuff, or let's say you solo queue and you have an AFK person.
Like bounties. You might want to run bounties, but bounties aren't necessarily, when you're completing bounties, they're not necessarily the things that you should do to win.
Exactly.
They're just things you need to do to finish a bounty.
I needed to get 30 kills with a sidearm while in the air, Briar. Excuse you. I feel like that is very competitive.
I'm helping.
No. My apologies. My apologies.
That is super competitive. Don't let Briar take that away from you. That's super competitive.
I need to bank 15 motes 3 times. I have to do that every game. That's my bounty.
If they did 2 playlists, one was casual and one was like competitive, I would like to see the casual just be a 1 round and done thing.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
Yeah,
that'd be fun.
1 long round, because hitting 3 rounds when I'm still 6 games away from getting my auto rifle, and the thought of 3-round Gambit hurts my soul.
6 games away.
6 games away.
6 edge transits away. Tufty.
Okay. That does interest me. It does. In fact,
are you talking about the breakneck, Tefty?
Yeah, I still need to get that. I've been 6 games away for I think 4 weeks, and every time.
What else are you 6 away from? Is there a third 6?
No. Maybe? I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Do you honestly think that another playlist could have a pinnacle reward weapon? Because I know people love pinnacle reward weapons.
Absolutely. I think it would need it, honestly.
What playlist? What playlist though? Like quick play? Like you think they should implement it in those type of playlists?
No, I'm talking about Gambit. If there's a comp Gambit playlist, it needs a pinnacle weapon.
You know,
whether it be PvP.
I don't know if Gambit could support 2 playlists though.
I don't know if it could either. I know that I would really, I'm sure a lot of people are not okay with this idea, but I would really like a curated loadout Gambit, because I just remember playing Gambit at all of these events where we all had the same weapons available to us, and that's when it was the most fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is a fantastic game.
That's one of the weirdest things about going to capture events is you get to you purely experience the game mode itself. You don't experience really the other meta things that come in. Like when I played Supremacy for the first time, I was like, this is awesome. We're not all using, Fellwinter's Lie type stuff, and you're mapping people. Like when we just had shitty weapons, like this is cool. And then that it released, and
people use the best of weapons.
That's why I think I would enjoy fixed loadouts for Gambit. Not the whole time, but maybe like a rotating, I don't know, modifier or something, and one of it is the curated loadout day. I think Gambit was really fun when people weren't using the super strong stuff.
Yeah,
no, I would agree. Gambit was a new experience. Actually, it was brand new. It was implemented like a couple months ago. Actually, it's pretty popular still now. It's not actually a bad playlist at all.
It's intrinsically, I think, a fun game mode.
It's definitely fun. It's definitely fun. Yeah. I enjoy it myself, and I don't get because I got to do my mouse.
I like that idea though.
Yeah.
Brady DeLome says, "What are my bad?" Slan Dave TV says, "I got shit on by PureChill and crew just the other day."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good question.
Did you? I don't know. Is that the other day?
What was the question?
That's the question.
That's the question right there.
The question was, can you repeat it, Briar?
I got shit on by PureChill and crew just the other day.
What was the question then?
I don't know. I feel like an apology would be good. Maybe.
Hey, if you did lose, whether it was console or PC, GG's, brother. GG's. That's the best way to respond. I play a lot
Ivietta says, with the recent PvP changes, do you think that more people will be drawn to the experience or no?
Like, maybe to hop in and be like, oh, I wonder what shooting people with my golden gun and getting bullets like. Oh, that's pretty neat. Gonna go now.
The question was, what was the question again, bro? I couldn't hear you.
With the recent PvP changes, do you think that more people will be drawn to the experience or no?
I think a lot of other people will try different subclasses for sure, but I think most people are gonna obviously. I honestly think most people will obviously switch up things. I don't know if it will make other new players want to enjoy the game more just because it's a change of a meta, but it definitely will shift other people from playing different subclasses for sure. Maybe people will follow through, watching their favorite streamer switch a subclass or their best friend switch a subclass, and they'll follow through with that. I don't know if it'll bring more incentive for new players to want to play just because of them switching up the meta.
Yeah. The changes coming don't sound like the type of changes that are going to be like the tentpole, like, shit, check this out. Like the new loadouts, primary, special, heavy, that's worth checking PvP out. Like, hey, we tweaked some
fast update. That's something that brings people back.
We tweaked a couple damage numbers and stuff. No, that's not that doesn't get people.
That feels like it's for people who are here and really paying attention. It's not necessarily gonna spread across the universe and bring people back in. Like, I gotta check this out.
No, I agree with what you guys said. There's nothing else you can say. You're correct, 100%. It's not a go fast update, like you said.
Yeah.
Chris Lennon says, should faction rallies come back similar to the Division's Dark Zones, PvPvE for a Flashpoint planet?
That's literally what we're talking about. Right?
I think that's a fantastic idea.
Oh boy, did you
Warzone? All right. Or Gambit Plus. You know, where instead of you're on the same field all the time, you don't need to invade anymore. It's like you're always like shooting enemies, grabbing stuff, and also shooting each other. There you go.
I like it.
Sounds good.
Chris Lennon, that's the second time in a row. Reynolds says, if you had to choose what you like Destiny, going more towards its fantasy side or sci-fi side, that was a roughly worded question.
Boy, that's it.
I think it means, what do you like better, the fantasy side or the sci-fi side?
I like the fact that it's mixed.
But if we're gonna go more fantasy, maybe we can get some more pretty armor.
Yeah, people love pretty armor. I would have to agree. People love that armor, even if it has bad perks. People love the armor.
Maybe we can be a beautiful butterfly once again.
The main appeals is that's one of the main appeals to Destiny's universe is that it is a mix of both. So like really anything feels possible at any time.
But if you want to give me butterfly wing cape,
space battle, but we also have swords, like Star Wars.
Like I feel like you could have a cutscene of a Guardian standing, like getting out on their ship as they're flying into battle, and they just stand on their ship with a sword drawn out. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, Destiny things, space magic, bro.
That's a hard question because the game is already still kind of like both. Like I don't know what direction it would be better. Honestly, seems like it needs a bit of both.
I guess like if you look at Anthem is heavily sci-fi based, you know, because it's like it's
straight PvP.
Yeah, it's all technology like in the future with some crazy alien planet and all that. So like
but then it's got like gods and monsters and stuff too.
Yeah, but your abilities are mostly like sci-fi as opposed to fantasy.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's a tough one.
Fantasy is magic.
Yeah,
Destiny has space magic. It's both.
True. Facts. Are we wizards?
Yeah.
No, I think we're guardians. That's what we're called, right? Guardians.
I wish I could look like one of the wizards.
Oh, I want a wizard hat.
Yes.
A big floppy brim like Gandalf.
That'd be nice in the Warlock subclass, honestly.
Fuck Warlocks.
You say you were gonna main Storm, Briar. I could have sworn Briar said he's gonna main Storm. Yeah, was that Holtzman or was that Briar saying that?
I think Holtz is going to main Anthem. He said he is really excited about it. Can't wait to play it.
Holtz is excited for Anthem in the division update.
Yeah,
he's ready to go.
He's pretty. He is ready to pew so hard in those games. It's crazy.
JD says, do you think that we'll ever get another Whisper type secret or Shattered Throne dungeon experience? And if so, what do you think those might look like? I think we'll definitely see those.
I mean, Penumbra is literally that. So
is it?
That's a whole content drop of just secrets.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's a very nostalgic feeling too.
Wait, say the last half of the question, Briar. Sorry.
If so, what do you think those might look like?
Crap. Did it say secrets like Whisper in the dungeon?
Whisper in Shattered Throne dungeon.
Okay, yeah.
Like stuff that could just come.
Do you think we'll get more stuff like that?
I sincerely hope we get more dungeons. I mean, I think dungeons are some of the coolest PvE content that they have put in the game since we've first stepped into a raid on Vault of Glass. Like, I seriously want more dungeons, and I'm disappointed that we haven't had a new one yet. I know it takes a lot of time to develop really cool stuff.
No, it takes a long time.
Yeah,
man. It definitely
but
does.
I want it now. You know what I mean? Like, I want it right now.
I want it now, too.
I want more dungeons. Please, God, put more dungeons in the game because they're so cool.
They're very good.
TMCPK says, this one's for Pure. What would you like to see as the competitive pinnacle reward for Fabled/Legend next season?
Oh my god, dude. It's just an easy answer. We just need either a sniper or a shotgun, man. Honestly, I think a sniper would be more preferred for a lot more people. But I would personally like to see a shotgun, obviously, something that, I obviously enjoy shotgunning. That's what I like to, that's my play style. Obviously, there is something for the 2100 and there's something for 5500. Maybe we can implement both, possibly. But yeah, I think a lot of people would like a sniper and shotgun easily. Compared to grenade launcher, just something that doesn't even feel like it should be in the meta.
What if they give you a sidearm?
If they gave me a sidearm, then I'm gonna grind a sidearm, but I'm gonna be waiting for the next season for another Pinnacle reward.
What if it's Drake's Promise though?
If it's Drake's Promise,
Sold.
we're waiting until next season for a new Pinnacle
Honestly,
reward.
I might grind.
That means we're
I might grind comp if it's Drake's Promise. I'm gonna get 10 different routers
That's
and
right.
10 different VPNs, so I can keep on
10
swapping
different
them.
routers.
There you go. Yeah, just keep plugging in and out. Plug.
Yeah,
But
yep. Exactly.
you have to have memes in the room.
Yeah.
Plugging
Just be
them,
like listening to
plugging
data and be
in.
like, yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yeah, Watts loves her Drake's Promise.
I do. I miss it a lot.
Doughboy says, "What's the monthly vault space update? I'm about full all the time, and it's annoying."
Delete some shit then.
No.
Exactly what Holt said, man. What is in your vault, bro? What is in
Precious
the vault that
treasure. I will not spelunk through my treasure to delete it. It is my treasure. All right.
Me
Seems like you
being
need to go play Sea of Thieves, Tefty.
Maybe
Oh my
actually.
God.
Yeah.
Treasure hunting.
Yeah.
What is in your vault? What keeps your vault full, though? Like, I'm asking all you guys. What do you guys have in particular?
I like to keep one of everything.
One of everything.
Yes,
Interesting.
yeah.
One of what?
Yeah,
Everything.
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 So you get
Okay.
When
You know
I
that
mean
weapon that you have
everything,
where you're like, oh, this
everything.
has air assault and fucking firmly planted? Yeah,
But
I'm sure
what-
I'll use it at some point. Yeah, I should give that fucking delete it. You're not going to use it.
What if they buff both of those perks and then
Yeah.
you're like, oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah,
God.
man.
That
You get
is-
enough of those shit quality perks, it should be easy to get another one of those rolls.
But not one with air assault and firmly planted.
Oh,
pack. You gotta
okay.
keep that
My
one.
bad. My bad. Well, if they buff both those perks and come angrily yell at me because I told you to delete your god roll.
Look,
Oh.
I think I like if I gave in to my basest instincts and I just let it go, I would be a hoarder. Like I honestly believe that. But I like
You
fight
are.
in my real life.
No, you
fight
are.
very hard.
Probably are.
Is I try not to collect a lot of stuff. I try and throw stuff away. Try and keep my house clean and not filled with like every fucking thing I see on the side of the road. I'm like, oh, I could fix that lawnmower. Right? It take me 10 years to get around to it, but all of a sudden you got like 15 fucking lawnmowers, right? But
No
Destiny
lawn.
is my video game. It's my relax time. I don't feel the need to fight this urge, right?
Exactly.
I just want to collect it all. Like
Collect it all.
it's satisfying for me to just like have one of everything, and like I like having one of each. Like that's cool.
You,
Right.
you know what I have a lot of one-ofs? Things you cannot
What?
get in the game anymore. I have a lot of year one weapons
Yeah.
of all three varieties. Like I got all three flavors of Darkest Befores. I've got just
Okay.
like tons of different snipers, even scouts.
Yeah.
God forbid, scout rifles with all three flavors in there because like you can't get them. You can't get them anymore.
And it's fun to break them out.
You never know when the meta
You
can
know?
change too.
Yeah.
Well, when you're with a fire team and somebody sees you with this weapon that they've never seen before, and you're like, "Oh yeah, I kept this one around from year
Yeah.
one."
Yeah, actually, that's actually pretty smart. No, that's what D1 was like too.
I will say though, there is so like I'm with Briar on this. Like I don't want to have to go and manage my inventory because it's like it's an escape from managing other stuff in my life, like my things and all that. Like once I've done that, I don't want to do that in a game anymore. But there is something that drives me absolutely crazy that I still think takes forever and I'm not willing to do. I have like at least half a page of shaders that are stuck in the vault that are like stacked
Yeah.
50.
And they're at like 700.
Yeah, just an insane amount that's going to take me like an afternoon to clear out. And I'm not going to take an afternoon to clear out those shaders.
No, I'm not doing it.
No.
No.
Couldn't you just?
I just
clear
ignore the
it
problem.
out?
It's like
Couldn't you
taxes. I just ignore it and hope it goes.
Good advice.
If I pull those out and take them to Rahul, I also have to deal with like the fact that my shaders are already full. So, hey,
Yeah, so you gotta go delete some shades.
I gotta hold
pick
out.
up the shades.
I'm holding out
Jeez.
forever
It's too much.
to clear some space to then go and clear those to bring them over Rahul. Then I got to look at
Jeez.
Rahul's inventory space or page and figure out which one it was I grabbed and mouse over each one and be like, which one has 700? And then I click that forever.
That's really time consuming.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I understand where you're coming from then. Actually,
Yeah.
I thought it was just a simple. I don't collect shaders, so I wouldn't know.
I don't
That's all I was
either.
asking.
I like.
I don't collect them. They just add up.
I play the game
I
too
don't
Like, I
much.
don't even
I
take
just
them out of the
delete them.
postmaster dim, and I hit the just move everything in the postmaster into my inventory because I can't be bothered.
Yeah, the shader situation is just a mess, man. I didn't know that.
So yeah, I want more vault space.
Here.
I know the Black Armory, the shaders are animated, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want more vault space, but I also want the current weapons to be in the collection. So if I do delete them, I still can pull it out of the collection.
Right. So it's just easy, simple.
Yeah. Yep.
No, I agree. That'd be a lot easier.
Like have just like a standard roll. Once you collect this weapon, that standard roll is now unlocked in the collection.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Oh man, that'd be a fun collection type of thing to go and hunt all possible rolls and knock them out.
Yeah. Buzzard says, here's my question. A man approaches you with $1 million. He says,
yes.
It's yours.
Yes.
But only if you do one of two things.
Okay.
The DCP cast must be head to toe hairless for 10 years.
Okay.
Or hire a hitman-like figure to force Pat and Pope to get their butt tattoos.
Can I update you guys on that?
Any leftover money is yours. I think that choice is pretty easy.
That's super easy. Holy crap!
10 years.
We could go cheap also on get the $2,000-$3,000 hitman. There's got to be somebody who's breaking in.
I can tell you now, we're not going to pay a lot for that tattoo either. We're going discount.
Okay, so you guys want an update on the tattoo thing?
Tattoo and discount hitman.
Sure.
Okay. Tattoo can be removed. So I say the tattoo one. You can remove the.
Oh, that's true. $1 million.
Yeah, you can always get a tattoo. It can be a small
hair grows
tattoo.
back, but still tattoo.
Am I muted? You want an update on the tattoo?
Please.
Yes.
Okay. I'm waiting to get the tattoo until after I return from Japan because there are many places in Japan that do not allow you to go in there if you have a tattoo.
On your ass.
Namely, will check his butt.
Namely, what are they called?
No, onsens.
The what?
Yes, public bathhouse type
Onsen.
thing, like in the hot springs.
You gonna get naked in public in Japan?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Dado, Patrick.
Japan, who the fuck do I know there?
They're getting naked together.
Japanese people?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't have to experience
This
this.
checks it
I'm
out.
in the ladies section.
So if you have a tattoo on your ass, you can't get into the bathhouse?
oh.
Well, the thing with Japan and tattoos is
I've seen
that
a lot of
I've
Yakuza
never heard
movies.
about
This
this.
does not check
Yeah,
out.
what is this?
So initially it was the Yakuza who had tattoos. So anytime an establishment saw someone with tattoos, they thought that they were part of the mob. So it had that thing where it's like, oh, you have a tattoo, you're probably in the mob. So they didn't want to let people in because they didn't want any trouble. And that has stuck around since then. It's getting a bit better, but there's still places that are like, no. You can't.
Well, congratulations, Holtzman, on finding an excuse to further delay the tattoo.
Yep. See, we planned this Japan trip actually basically right when we decided to get the tattoo. So, yeah, that worked out, I guess.
You planned it last Guardian Con?
Yeah, actually.
Wow.
Dude, we're all drunk at the place, and Boss was like, hey, you want to go to Japan? I was like, fuck yeah, let's go to Japan. And then we all decided right there to go to Japan. So there were unforeseen consequences to us planning a trip to Japan.
What if you don't go to the bathhouse?
Dude, I'm going to Japan. I'm going to go to one of the bathhouses.
Do you have to go to a bathhouse?
How are you
going
to pass up a chance to get naked?
Yeah, you have to.
Publicly naked, you got to take it up, man.
Dude, publicly naked, Japanese bathhouse. I can only do one of those things in America, and that's probably going to get me arrested.
You can't
that would get you arrested.
Yeah? Huh.
I feel like there's got to be a place in Seattle you can get.
Yeah, seriously.
I don't know about
There's got to be a bathhouse.
No, it's not a local sourced natural hot spring though.
Oh,
That's
I see.
what those are. Natural hot.
This is
So you won't get naked unless it's organic.
Go to like
organic public nudity.
Go to Yellowstone, man. Just jump into one of those.
I'm not gonna jump in the fucking. Dude, the water there's too hot.
Just let it go downstream a bit. Cool off.
I think you could definitely get away with being naked at Yellowstone right now. There's not even any park rangers.
That's true.
You can do whatever the
I
fuck
wouldn't
you
risk
want.
that though. I wouldn't risk that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I highly recommend it. I think it's an endorsed activity by DCP.
Oh yeah. Well, that doesn't leave Pope off the hook, off the butt. Whoa, Discord is.
No, that
That's
doesn't
true.
leave Pope off the hook.
Discord's having some troubles tonight.
Discord might be
I thought it
dying.
was me.
All right. The mill says you're on a deserted island, no animals or fish, food is low, and help is 40 days away.
We're eating Briar.
Briar is your only way of getting on the rescue craft. Who do you eat and in what order? I'm going to go Holtzman, Watts, Tefty. But Justice Beaver says
Briar.
So this isn't a question.
Okay.
We eat Briar. We eat
No,
Briar.
that wasn't
and
the
Bill
question.
You didn't even
listen to the question.
As,
We don't have to kill Briar in order to eat Briar.
yeah, we can just
Oh my
cut off
god.
part
You
of
sick fucker.
Oh my god.
Just a little amputation. It's all
We
good.
can keep him alive so we can get on the boat.
We'll cauterize
little
the wound.
nibble.
Don't you worry.
What
We
about
need-
Holtz though? No one's gonna eat Holtz?
No,
He's
because I'm the one
full of
that knows how
crawdads.
to properly use bones and sinew to make a sail, so we can.
I don't believe that for an instant.
Excuse
no
me,
way.
I have the leatherworking, basketry,
And
textiles, merit badges from Boy Scouts. Okay, I know how to
Don't you
properly
lockpick
skin
us
you,
off the island, Hope.
preserve your hide, and then use it as a sail and construct the mast with your femur bone, and then a bunch of other shit. Yeah, we got materials.
You know-
Briar, you could be our sailboat. It just requires
Okay,
you
to
losing.
be
out on
fair,
blood.
Briar is the tallest one, so he has the longest leg. So if we
Yeah.
just take a leg off, we'll be
can
okay.
Nah, I
surge-
think Watt has a point, man. Like
We can just
be
take
fine.
out your spine.
slowly but surely. Exactly. I agree with Watts.
It's
He's
great.
pretty tall.
It was great. You know, I didn't realize how much of a correlation Holtz has with Dwight Schrute, but there's a lot. There's a surprising amount
There is.
of a Dwight Schrute.
Now you can bring it up.
Yeah. It's incredible, actually.
Who's do I shoot?
The Office.
Not seen The Office.
All right, that's
Yeah,
fair.
actually, I don't
I haven't
watch
seen
The
The
That's
Office.
fair.
Office?
No, that's fair. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Justice Beaver 23 says, so this isn't a question, but I'd like to go on record and apologize for asking the question about making your ultimate sandwich 2 weeks ago and exposing the world to the reality that someone eats a peanut butter, banana, and mayo sandwich. Like,
Ew.
seriously, what the fuck is that, Goose?
What is that? Ew.
I accept your apology, Justice Beaver.
Someone on Twitter said it was popular in the
You
South.
put mayonnaise on your sandwich, Briar?
I don't.
Who puts
That's some
mayonnaise on their
strong
sandwich?
accusations.
With banana
How
and
dare you.
Peanut
What
butter,
is that?
banana, and mayo.
Coming here
And
hating on
mayo.
Mario, telling me I like banana and mayo sandwiches. How dare you?
I don't know about the mayo, Briar. We're gonna have to talk about the mayo. I don't know about that one.
Wayne says, what would your most chill day look like? Okay, so picture your most chill day. Where would you be? What would you be doing? And who are you doing it with?
Most chill day.
That's a good question. That's a good question. Honestly, a chill day for me would honestly like a good wet like the weather's nice and you're going to like a football game or like an NBA game and just chilling with some good friends and just watching the game.
Yeah, that does sound good. Like
Yeah,
doing a little
I would enjoy
tailgating, then watching a football game.
Hell yeah.
I like
Chill
that.
day
Sounds
is
good.
laying in bed with my girlfand watching anime and drinking.
See, you know what?
tea.
I haven't gotten into anime yet, and I feel like a lot of people like anime. And the only anime I've ever gotten into was I think it was Death Note and Attack on Titan. They were really good
Yeah.
shows.
Those
They're
are-
actually
those
really
are-
good.
those
I
are
really
good.
liked Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan would have made a really good hour and a half movie.
Oof.
Real quick,
That would hurt.
I'm going to take Ronaldo's response in chat. Japan Bathhouse for a chill day.
Is it chill unless you're really self-confident, it's self-conscious about your body, then it's not so.
Oh, man.
Ronaldo, man.
That is pretty. My problem is like I can't just like sit someplace. That's not chill to me. It creates anxiety. Like I need to be like moving and doing
Really?
something. So like for me, the chill day would be like going water skiing and like fishing and drinking
you
on
be
the
around
beach
people,
and
though?
stuff like that.
Would you still
That'd
be
be
around
fun.
people?
What?
Wouldn't you still be around people though, Byron?
Yeah, I like being around people. I like doing stuff. I don't like not doing stuff. It's not chill.
Okay, that's what. Okay, I understand. You're talking about anxiety.
You know, I'm gonna say Washington summer. Go to a nice park.
Yeah, it's nice.
Like a nice park. Have some special tea.
That's good.
Special.
And
Like
just
Earl
lay down
Grey?
and enjoy the weather. Yes, exactly.
Some Yogi green tea.
Exactly.
Yep.
Lipton?
Yep.
No, not Lipton.
You know, the good stuff.
Always the good stuff. The good special.
So wait, Watts, you would be entertained just sitting there, just looking at the sun and just chilling?
You don't look directly at the sun. You just
Well, obviously you don't look directly at the sun, but what are you gonna like? Just chill there? Like no energy?
just lay down. You know, you're
Yeah.
outside.
The Lipton tea will make you enjoy just laying there looking at the sun.
Mm-hmm.
What about any pets or anything?
Yo,
there?
this
Would
is
you
brisk.
No pets?
I guess I could bring my cats, I suppose.
Blazik says, if your 5-year-old self suddenly found themselves inhabiting your current body, what would your 5-year-old self do first? So like your 5-year-old self all of a sudden just gets like transported and you're like, oh, I'm in my
Drive a car really fast. Because I would be legally allowed to drive a car. And when I was 5, I feel like the stuff I wanted to do was like the grown-up stuff that I couldn't do yet.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, I'm not supposed to be going that fast, but I can get in the car illegally. So
I feel like I wanted to eat like cookies and not get yelled at.
So you just get in the car, go to the store,
Recklessly spend
and buy all the cookies, Briar.
I'm gonna buy all the G.I. Joe figures.
There you go.
Fuck these allowance.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
I think I'd do the same thing. I would go to think Toys R Us is open anymore, but I would go to Toys R Us and just buy a bunch of toys or even games too.
Yeah.
That's how I was-
recklessly spend money.
Exactly.
So we're talking
But at a
about
Toys R Us.
I'm driving.
we're talking about my 5-year-old self in the past suddenly gets teleported to myself right now in this day and time.
Yeah.
I would
Mhm.
literally play with all of my toys, my electronics. I'd play my video games that I have right now and be blown away.
But
Yeah.
what toys did you buy when you
Right?
were younger, though? Like what toys in particular did you purchase?
I would
Like
play
your
with all
computer
my
games?
I would play with all my musical equipment toys. My yeah.
Dude,
Would you not
Destiny
just
2
spend
would
the
be pretty
time
fucking revolutionary. My 5-year-old self was
That's
playing
true.
ass games.
My mind would be straight up blown. Be
Right?
like,
I thought
what's
maybe
this
you
Steam
might
thing?
want to shampoo your beard, Tefty. Your 5-year-old self does not have a beard.
That's true. Actually, I probably wouldn't realize I have a beard until I finally use the bathroom. Because like I'd
I'd
be
definitely
playing.
be checking out the whole hair situation, like all of
What the?
pretty
Is hair there?
revolutionary.
Well,
Jesus.
well.
Do you guys want to probably end the podcast because Discord's
let's do, like,
struggling?
I believe it's Discord. I don't
No,
know.
it's Discord. It's
Discord's struggling tonight.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna end it.
Do we got one more?
Yeah. Gary 8X says Arnold Schwarzenegger or Sylvester.
What?
So that was Arnold Schwarzenegger or Sylvester Stallone.
That's tough.
Just like who you like more, or just like in general?
Are we taking them on
Who
a
would-
picnic? Are we going
would
on a
win in a
cruise?
fight?
Is this on your chill
Are we
day?
fighting? Oh, is this our chill day? Who do you prefer to spend a chill day with?
I'm gonna go with Arnold.
I feel like Sylvester would be really chill to hang out with. Like we'd probably
I'm gonna go.
we'd get food, you
Yeah,
know.
but-
We go drink at bars, multiple bars, obviously.
I don't know,
I feel
just
like
Arnold Schwarzenegger-
Schwarzenegger's gonna be more fun to get drunk with. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah?
100%. Yeah,
Think so?
Yeah.
yeah. I feel like Arnold's more of a party type person. Yeah, honestly,
Really?
I would go with Arnold. Honestly, Sylvester's cool though. He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with-
Stallone's pretty badass. He was in Cobra
I feel like Stallone
and Rocky.
probably parties pretty hard.
I don't know too much about Stallone, so that's true. I don't know about
You
his
owned
party
Planet Hollywood for a while.
Planet Destiny?
You know, Planet Destiny.
life.
That's news. Wow.
Even more of a reason.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Find out how that happened.
Him and Bruce Willis got down, right? Was Arnold Schwarzenegger part of that?
No, I don't think so. I'm not 100% though.
Yeah, I gotta go with Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, I'll go Arnold too. Arnold's the boy.
I'm going with Mr. Sylvester.
Sly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap this thing up.
All right. Thank you all for tuning in to the 120th episode. Sorry, Discord's been kind of shitty, but if you're listening to the edited one, the good audio, then hopefully it didn't sound weird.
Yeah.
Thank you
You
all.
didn't
for
really need to
tuning
say
in.
that then, did you?
I probably didn't. I'm trying to plug the MP3.
Steph is
our
not happening.
Podbean in my own personal way, Briar.
It's just Dwight
If
Schrute.
there was a
more
problem
More
with
I
the
see it.
podcast, please just tweet at Pope Bear repeatedly. Thank you.
Exactly.
That's right.
That's-
At Pope
I
Bear.
agree.
No spaces.
Just Pope Bear.
You want to find more of me? I'm at Holtzman_YT on Twitter, where you can find me playing Magic the Gathering and not Anthem.
Not Anthem. Oh
What?
my god.
You're not even gonna try it? Not even gonna. The free demo? You're not gonna hop in and.
We'll see.
Are you
We'll
just
see.
it's just not your thing?
I don't even think I'm gonna try it either. I don't know.
Yeah?
It's not smart my interest. No. I just like Destiny too much, to be honest.
Sure.
There's no
Really
PvP. That's definitely a
Yeah.
downside for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I'm Briar Rabbit. You can find me playing NBA Jam Tournament Edition on the Sega Genesis. And streaming tomorrow, I'll be streaming Anthem, the beta for Anthem at launch.
Nice. I'm Tefty Teft. You can talk to me at Teft on Twitter. Catch my streams, twitch.tv/Tefty Teft. I've been doing a lot of variety lately. We finished up the Metro series. We played Darksiders 3 this month. We started Resident Evil 1 Remaster. We're actually going to be playing Resident Evil 2 Remaster as well, and Anthem demo. I'm very excited about all the stuff. And we'll get the last word too at some point. It's going to be good. Going to be good stuff.
There's so much going on.
Yep.
I am Miss 5000 Watts. You can find me on Twitch. Just look for Miss 5000 Watts. And I'm going to be playing the Anthem demo at launch tomorrow. And then we're going to go into Resident Evil.
Nice.
So I'm very excited. Very, very excited.
PureChill. Where can people
Pure
find
Chill,
you?
thanks for having me on the podcast. I enjoyed my experience here. You can find me twitch.tv/PureChill. I'm going to be transitioning to more into PC, trying to learn mouse and keyboard. I will be streaming comp consistently daily every day. Thanks for having me on the show. Appreciate it.
Thanks for being on.
Thanks for coming on.
Yeah,
All right.
sorry, Discord kind of like went away.
Nah,
All
it's
good.
all good, man.
It's all good.
Thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you all next week. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Gonna roll credits and we'll be
Peace.
back for some sub readouts.
And you can